join me for a yap? Okay. Hello? Who's here? What the hell? How early is it, right? I told you we had something special. A day stream. And what a day stream it will be. Just you wait. Just you wait. It's going to be a day stream like you ain't never seen before. Okay, hold on. And there we go. How's it going? Hello, hello. Okay, hold on. Let me get some music going. I've been frantically setting up a stream all morning, guys. It's going to be so good. It's going to be a good stream too. Just you wait. How are we doing today? We're doing really nice. We're doing really good. Okay, so guess what we're doing? Oh my God, why did I go live? I always get this wrong. Why do I not think to prepare things first? You're surviving the incoming heat. Oh God, spreadsheets. Yes, the best spreadsheets ever. The coolest spreadsheet you've ever seen in your life. How are you doing, Fuck90? Good to see you. Okay. Okay, so we're going to be... So hold on. Let's see. I'm trying to think how to describe what we're doing. 2 foot of snow. Oh my God, we could use some of that snow right now, Fuck90. So we're doing... All right, there we go. That's what we're doing, guys. I've updated the stream. We're doing this. Set game just chatting. Thank you, Goldie. Thank you. I've updated it just now, so hopefully that'll fix it up. But we're going to be using, okay, so me and Kaz, our powers combined, we're going to do an amazing freaking stream today where we model we're going to use a lot of math and a lot of data, where I'll be doing data collection and Kaz will be doing fancy math modeling. And we're going to try and get together and predict the outcome of something really, really difficult and random. Specifically, I think we're going to be maybe trying to do this with a bunch of things. I think down the line, it could be esports. It could be all sorts of things where there's a lot of randomness, but a lot of data available. Yeah. Kaz did a little bit of that on her stream once. Exactly. But this time we're going to do it on a grand scale. And so there's the coolest stream setup ready to go. For Kazi's stream, I'm going to be restreaming it right here. So hold on, let's see if we can do this. If we go, boom, I'm going to be restreaming like that. So we're going to be like sticking Kaz's stream on my stream, and we'll both be streaming, and then I'll raid across after it's gone for a little while. But yeah, it's going to be pretty sick. Oh my God, Fass is live. Fass is live in Mercup. Oh my God. Is this her hotel room? What a nice hotel room. Isn't that cool? But yeah, chat, that's what we're doing. What do you think? Isn't that freaking exciting? I'm excited. I think that's going to be absolutely freaking amazing. I might even run down and start to do Kaz's thing. Set her stream live and then just like raid across. I don't even need to raid across. Sounds nerdy, so checks out. Nice. I'm going to Kaz's, I'm going to restream from here. So I'm going to just let's go get Kazdell's stream up. And then I'm going to be streaming Kaz's stream, and Kaz's stream is going to have all the fancy stuff happening. So I'm even just going to do that now. Software and game development. Let's do it. And let's hit it. We're going to go to, here we go, Kazi's stream. Let me start this thing and then I'll join you guys there. I'm going to be All right, I'm going to be downstairs in just a minute. So this is basically the warm up. Let's do it. Be right back. She's live. It's happening. Okay, here goes. Desktop. Boom. Let me stop our music. And then we're good. Can we hear Kaz? Yeah, I think we can. All right, exciting. Done. It's good to go. Excellent. Let's swap. See you guys there.
What a day to be working, huh? What a day to be working. Stream manager, here we go.
Problem solved.
God, I don't know how to change the thing.
What thing?
The title.
The title.
Oh, here we
Oh,
go.
yeah, yeah.
I'm
The
on it. I
little.
found it. I
You
found
got
it.
it? You got
Okay,
it?
yeah. Walking. Yeah, we're definitely not getting a morning coffee. We are.
We already had morning coffees. Kaz brought delicious morning coffees. Oh my God, you guys are going crazy with the mic muted thing. I hear it. I hear it. It's true. Mic was muted, but now it's not. So that's nice.
Predicting
I think in this scene it
the
could be cool to have
horses.
some chat, but we read the chat. It's fine.
Yeah, you probably should have put the horses on. I mean, the chat.
The chat on.
Nay. Winnie. Winnie.
Yo, that's amazing. How cool is that? Oh, that's bad.
Oh, God. Blue screen. We haven't even started, Seb.
Great start. Great start.
Predicting the winning.
I wonder if they see this graphical glitch if I swapped. Guys, we've got some cool scene setups. Just wait. Shall I show them? I'll show them the scene setups. Wait for it. We can go. Boom. Kaz's desktop. Mine would usually be down here if it weren't for the fact that it just crashed. And then also, ready, zoom on Kaz. Boom. Kaz cam. Boom. Seb cam. Seb cam not working because Seb computer crashed. But boom, isn't that cool?
Yeah, it is very cool.
I feel like it's a cool setup.
Okay.
You guys are still muted.
I think it's this microphone. Did you?
No. That's no. They can hear because they wouldn't be commenting.
What is this your chat?
This is my chat.
Why is your stream on? Isn't yours just supposed to have...
We're just getting some people,
stream.
and then I'm going to raid across after a little while. I don't want to interrupt everyone's stream streaks by having a really short stream.
Yeah.
So we're going to leave this going for an hour.
Do that. Okay, so I need this one up to make sure we've got another chat in case somebody's in this chat and not your chat.
Yes.
Right. I have neglected my people. I am so sorry, people.
You got a hype train going.
Yeah. Why?
Damn.
I don't even know how this happened. Friday?
You guys gave Kaz a hype train?
Oh, thank you. I'm so sorry. I'm actually reading chat now. Okay, before I wasn't reading chat.
And look, we have a whiteboard. Do you all see the whiteboard? That's exciting.
She does hate us. She's very hateful. Where's Deb? No clue where Deb is. Okay, thank you for 32 months from Friday. 32 of them. We're not walking.
We are not walking.
Scuff title's fixed now. I think we're all good, guys. I think we're all good. What are we working on today? Yes, today.
Oh my god, that is the most interesting question you've asked. I can't believe how cool the answer is going to be. Can you guys see the stream title? That's going to be a fun one. Let me just one more check. Just if I go to boom scene, hold on. I'll just refresh this because that should now be working. Yep. One more. Yeah, sick. Okay. Now that's working. One more time. The whiteboard cam with our whiteboard. We've got our Kaz cam.
Thank you so much for
with her screen. And then Seb cam with Seb's screen with hello. We've got our terminals and stuff here. So if I need to show you something, I can be like, wham. Hello world.
Hello tweet.
And then also we can go if you look how cool this is. We can
yeah, look how cool this is.
Yeah, we can have all my cool stats and imagine facts and figures and interesting code that I do, and then boom, Kaz.
With not much, that's interesting. But
amazing charts.
I have the plan.
Cool things. She has the plan, and then we can be like, bam, just us.
Just us
with whiteboards. Isn't that cool?
Online and offline whiteboards.
I think this is pretty cool.
Okay.
Oh, Eightfold, thank you for the sub.
Oh, gosh.
10 months is a long time. We've been doing this for a while. We've been doing this for a hot minute.
Have we? Oh, gosh.
Okay. Shall we start?
Yeah, I don't know what we're doing, Seb. I have absolutely no clue.
2 p.m. Got to warn you guys. 2 p.m. I'll dip out for a little bit. But other than that, we are locked in until we decide to wrap it for the day. But this is going to be a recurring project where we try and do something really, really, really cool.
We try, yes. Keyword is try.
You already tried this a little bit one time.
And it seemed very successful, so that's why I was like, well, why don't we do it properly?
Yeah, so tell us about what happened with the last stream, because that's, I think, as good a place as any to begin.
Oh, well, I don't even remember. I just think, I don't know, what was it? It was Melbourne Cup.
It's Melbourne Cup, right?
Friday was giving me $2 bets to put on horses.
Which is, so we're not going to be doing any bets on horses this time, but we are going to be doing all the math that in theory, if you did do a bet on a horsey, we'll be able to prove with math that you get a positive return.
Yes.
That's and I don't even, we were talking about
This is our retirement plan, but not really. Theoretically, it could be someone's retirement plan.
So we were talking about this and it's what should we do And I was like, you know what? I don't even care what exactly it is. What is something where we can probably access data about it and we can do some cool modeling? And in theory, this process that we do here, where like her math and brain powers combined with my grunt work on the computer will be able to get some really cool stuff. I'll be writing the code, I'll be collecting the data, and then I'll be trying to give that data to Kaz to go and do her fancy, like, smart big brain math stuff with. And then in like that process, we should be able to use with basically anything. But we're just going to start with horse races because you did it for.
And we will take requests.
We'll take suggestions.
If you want sports teams. What did you say before?
Esports. Soccer.
Yeah.
We thought soccer could be a really cool thing where essentially we just want to be able to predict the outcome of certain things using like the data science.
You were interested in doing stock market at one point.
Stock market, I think, is one really interesting thing where there's a lot of data out there, but I think there's also a lot of people trying to predict and beat that, right?
Yeah.
But where you could actually do that is like niche in on some specific type of business where the data's available and then correlate the publicly available data with the stock market movements. Because we were talking about a book that Cray recommended actually. He recommended a book called the Principles book, the one where it's like this guy that started Bridgewater. It's like a investment firm, and they did this thing where they were.
I don't remember.
This was like on the phone while I was bored driving.
Oh, so I wasn't there. I wasn't there. Okay.
I mean, you were on the phone. I don't know if you were paying.
Oh, like I thought you read the book.
I did. Audio. This is one contentious thing. Because Cray recommended the book.
Oh, so he recommended you a book. You read the book, and okay. Yeah, I got you now.
So this is the guy.
I thought Cray some point was telling us about this book, and I was like, I have no recollection.
Yeah, no, he was telling me about it, and then I went and read it, and I think it was a really, really cool book.
Okay.
Hey, William, how you doing? Good to see you, man.
What up, Will?
Thank you for the resub. I missed that. If you did, Goldie. I'm really sorry. It must have happened at the start of the stream, which is like, thanks, dude. You are so freaking supportive. Hackermans. Yeah, Hackermans. Ready? We can just go. Hackermans. Look at the code.
Have you heard of Google anti-gravity yet?
Google anti-gravity?
Yeah.
Is this the... No. What's that?
Have you used it? I don't know, but we haven't used it, so we might use it. We'll save that. We'll come back to that when we might need it.
Is that a suggestion for a tool?
Is it ask, have you used Google anti-gravity yet? From either of us.
No, neither of us have used that, but that could be a win.
That could be a win.
Try that depending on what it does.
Friday's saying, but she goes by how a horse looks.
Oh,
but that's okay because we might even have a visual.
Yeah, so I've done actually some work with cows and image recognition, and cows can't be that different from horses, right?
No, I mean maybe a cow is a horse.
A cow. Who knows? Sometimes the prediction model thought so.
It's a little bit better than
it was like, that's a cow, but I'm not confident. That's what happened when we had like cows and like horses in cow paddocks.
Yeah.
At one point it did try and scare the cows. Like it was supposed to scare the horses. So
okay.
Yeah.
Let's scare the horses like it's supposed to scare the cows.
Yeah. So to get back on track, what this book was saying is how this group they basically went and looked at like weather affected crops affected seed was fed to cattle, and cattle was going to like get into the market. And so they basically made this system that just looked at a bunch of factors that affected the growth of cattle and then predicted the price of meat, right? And then by having that big lead time with publicly available data and looking at it in a way that other people hadn't, they were able to like make some really, really cool predictions.
We should be able to do something similar.
So something like that.
Through external factors.
I see a cool chart from Kaz. Kaz can
go straight on to me.
Explain.
Well, I feel like this is too soon because we need like a diagram that is what the model is doing and our data and what sort of data we're going to have. So like, of course, we'll have like age, weight, all this like phenotypical data as well. So we'll the jockey, your external factors, your race types, and then your odds. Your odds kind of overlap with this, so it should actually be here, I think. Like in the true sense of the diagram, you know what I mean? That's where the odds would sit.
Yeah.
And we're going to take all these different isolated metrics and put them as a data point, a feature in all our modeling, I think.
I love that chart. Is that not a cool chart? That explains it so well. This is what Kaz does really well, guys. She makes thinks about data and explains data in really interesting ways. And that's going to be the special sauce that makes
We
this
haven't
whole thing
finished
work.
it yet. We need chat's help because we gotta actually have like more bullet points for each one of these like different colored things and what like attributes to it, because that will give us a feature. And the more features we have, the better. So we'll have a list of things for like this horse. So this might be like, where's my little? I've never used this project. Age, and then you've got,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
so this is the starting point. It's like,
yeah,
let's figure
like
out.
all your little variables
Yep.
and stuff. Like, I don't know if color is a factor, but we can start there and then we can get rid of it later.
Yep.
So you got the age of the horse, the color. You
Yep.
got like its historic race wins.
Yep,
like
historic race wins.
races. So that's like probably one of the most important
Yep.
features that I think you can have relating to the horse.
What about
that-
gender might be another one.
Gender. Is that sex?
Yep.
I'm like animal. I'm thinking animal. I'm like,
Yep. I
gender's
just like
human.
I don't know. It's like we're talking about
well,
sex all the
age
time.
and sex is similar because like if a horse is a filly, it has to be under 2, and if it's like like a gelding is like an X. So like they kind of cross over. I think these two in a way because it's an animal. It's an age. So these sort of things are things you're going to have to consider. So these would probably be white even, and in the white
distance.
section.
Distance of the
I'm
race.
getting out of. But before we even go into this, because this is one thing that we will work on, is we also need. I can hear myself. Oh, isn't that horrible? We're going to need the same thing like this.
Yeah.
But for the concept of where the model is, how we feed stuff into it.
Yeah.
And so like this out here might be like our combined, whatever the fuck this is, this TDL draw. And then this will be, one of these will be like our AI pipeline or our ML model. And then how we're going to feed into it and how it's going to output. And then where our data sources are going to come from.
Yeah.
So say you web scrap something. That's going to be externalized.
Yeah.
So we're going to need another one of these just to get the overall concept of how that production pipeline is going to be in our head.
Yeah.
Correct?
Absolutely.
So, okay, so you be in charge of that one, so I can understand your brain.
I'm so excited about this because I think this stream is going to be Kaz teaches Seb how to deal with data and do cool math, and then
how to
I'm
make
just
a
going to be
pandas
like,
data frame.
yeah, exactly,
and use a notebook. Okay.
And then I'm gonna be out there doing like web scraping with Selenium and tools like that.
Soup.
Yes, yeah, and exactly. And then I'll maybe like build a database for you to go and do your cool math with.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't even know if the database is the right approach.
I will tell you what works and what doesn't, like in that data, and why it doesn't work and what does. So we're going to do like for every single one of these variables that we have, we're going to call them variables or features. For every single one of these features, we can build a new feature from it, which is feature engineering. But also they're going to have like a lot of different checks and balances as it goes into the model to make sure like that data is very true and is in the right form, so the model will use it well. So whether it needs to be normalized or that sort of thing. Whether we need to impute missing values, that sort of. And what we do is we usually do, once you get your data, we figure out the range or what we're going to focus on. So like maybe we're only focusing on. First thing we need to do is we need to do some research. We need to do some literature review.
Step one,
we need to figure out the most common horse race. What the distance is, what it is. Is it Australia, like in Australia? And then like from there, we're going to see where we can get all the most reliable data from about that race and the history of that race.
I might actually just even start. That's a really good idea. I'm even going to start.
That's probably the
writing
most important
up my to-do list might even be a cool thing for me to start doing, so I can understand what the heck is. All right, so let me find a new place here. So to-dos, to-do. Okay, so build data set, or I mean step one is maybe what we've just done here, and like explore all the variables, right?
No, we need to start with some variables, I guess. Yes, this will be like sports. So, like, well, we need a focus question because we are unfocused as fuck.
Yes, totally.
You and me are unfucking focused. Yeah. We are potatoes. So what we should do is, what the fuck are we predicting? Like, this needs... So, what are we predicting, Seb?
We are going to predict the position of a horse in a race.
Okay, which race, where, and how niche are we going? Because we're gonna have to see in the model, we could probably get a lot of data on certain things.
What about the next Melbourne Cup? Is that too specific, or is that going to be too hard to test?
No, but
is that too niche? Because we'll need a lot of data.
What we're going to have to do is we're going to have to test the data and see if the data is like statistically significant. If it is, we can use it to help
Yeah.
train our model in the Melbourne Cup. If the cohorts are too separate,
Yep.
then like it won't work.
Yeah, okay.
So we can go get a lot of data and figure it out. But like, is the Melbourne Cup? Is it like, because I know nothing about horses? Is
I
that
also know bugger all
yeah?
about horses.
Do they have the same distances every like? There's like 17 rounds. I think there's 17 races. Like there's probably not. That and 17 might change. But is it the same distance every time? Or like, you know, is it 1,000, 1.3, 2.3, and then the 3.2?
I mean, good questions. Should I GPT
Yeah,
these
like
questions?
we need to know this. But if we want to predict the next Melbourne Cup, well, I think we predict for all the races within the Melbourne Cup.
Okay.
We predict for every race in the Melbourne Cup. We use the historic Melbourne Cup data, and then we pick the top 4 race days within Australia to go get previous data from them.
Yep.
See if that's different to the Melbourne Cup. If it isn't, we use it to train our Melbourne Cup model, which will make it more robust.
Okay.
So we got Flemington, Randwick in Sydney, Flemington in Melbourne, and we got the Melbourne Cup in Melbourne. Is it like, okay, so first of all, we go get the top 4 races in Australia.
Okay, so task 1 is
what is that? What does ChatGPT say that is?
So what are the okay, so
okay. If you could watch him type right now, guys.
Don't look at me. I could spell horse, I swear.
Is that like a horse?
A horse with a U.
Yeah.
What are the top 4 horse races in Australia?
Yep.
There's a good starting question. Also, hello, William. Good to see you.
Okay. Melbourne Cup, Cox Plate.
Cox Plate.
Golden Slipper Stakes. Never heard
Glad
of it.
Voodoo isn't here, because if we say this a lot, he's going to be... Golden Slippers?
So they're an individual race.
Okay.
You see that how they got their own distance, but within the Melbourne Cup, there's multiple.
Yeah.
And the Everest.
I mean, we've got a couple here that are like similar distance.
Oh, look, it tells you how many slots are available. So 12 slots. World's richest race. The Golden Slippers. So this is only for 2-year-old horses in the 1200.
Yeah, okay.
So what you would do in this case is, because it's quite different, I think you'd almost be making a model for each one of those.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Okay, so just in terms of data here, I'm already identifying, so we've got a race that's going to have distance. It's going to have slots. It's going to have, what else have we got here? Well, year wouldn't matter.
Wait, actually, you should come up here and put this in here.
Okay.
So this will be race-specific stuff. So maybe we get a green
external
one.
data, right?
That'll be, yeah, so maybe this.
External
me get a
factors.
different color here. Let's get this green going for what you're doing. I'm just going to get a different shape because I'm OCD.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
So this will be your race, exactly. And then that can sit in there. I mean, the race affects everything, right?
Totally.
But there you go. So race will be there.
And then wham! Look at me putting things in. Nice. Yes.
Okay, so that's probably like not the best way to do it, but you know, we get the point. We can fix this up later, but so it's ideal.
Yep.
Okay, so the race, so we've got distance, slots.
Temperature was a good one.
Yeah, so that's definitely an external factor. And the location, I mean, is that related to the race? I don't know. It doesn't really matter if it's not, but like that's...
I mean, it could affect indirect things like the soil.
Yeah, because you get the condition.
Soil, like the firmness of the soil or that kind of thing.
So are we going to make 4 models on these 4 specific races? Or do we want a model that looks at horse racing overall and finds out what performs better? A model that looks at...
Horse racing overall might be the way to go, right?
Yeah, so but if you did more specific, if you focused on one of those areas, it might be better accuracy.
Yeah.
But if you're focusing overall, it might not be as good.
Okay. So, if we pick one of these races, we want one that happens very often.
Well, so you know those 3 or 4 races that come up with? Why don't we take every race that is possible from those 4 races? So you know how the Melbourne Cup has 10 races or something within it? Why don't we look at all those as well as the Melbourne Cup race? So you've got that, and that's a model. And then you do the same for the Cox Plate. We make a model for the Melbourne Cup and the Cox Plate.
Okay.
And
but they have different distances, right?
Yeah, so Yeah.
Doesn't matter, but
But that'd
maybe
be
it
like
doesn't
your
matter.
overall looking at that. Well, I don't know what to do. That's why we need an aim. That's why we
Yeah,
need
yeah,
a,
yeah.
that's
That's
why
why
we
we
need
need to
a that's why
clarify.
we need an aim. Like we need to figure out what it is. Because if you were just doing horse races overall,
Yeah.
oh, so now
So it's very hard to do that, right?
well, now I think we have to look at data outside of Australia and Australia, see if if we're able to add them. If we can add them together, it'll make our prediction model stronger.
So step one might even be like figure out.
Should we do some statistical tests on US versus America versus UK horse races of the same distance?
Yeah.
And see if like the actual and the predictors are similar across the different countries.
Yeah. So
we compare US, UK, and Australia.
yeah. So the idea behind localizing and finding a particular country will be that because there'll be factors that influence it similarly. So like the breed of the or is country too generic?
Country is going to help us because like if say you want to do that 3,200 meter race, Melbourne Cup race, we need to find all 3,200 meter races in Australia, right?
Yeah.
If we don't have enough data, we can actually go look to America and the UK if that is statistically significant.
Okay, so what I can do here is I can give this conversation more context and say we're looking at doing...
Well, how many freaking 3,200 meter races are in Australia? Why don't we just pick these distances and make a model for each of these distances within Australia?
Yeah, we can do that.
And then you've kind of got a model that could look at that distance anywhere in Australia, which would give you most races most of the time.
Okay.
Which is the 3,000...
Help me understand why the country is so important. Because surely a horse in America is the same as a horse in Australia.
Exactly, but you don't know that.
Okay, I don't.
So
that's
we
true.
don't. So
I'm
we're gonna
assuming that. That's an assumption.
We're gonna test that. We're gonna test that.
Test all our assumptions.
Because if we look at data only for Australia and only 3,200 meter races, and we've got shitty n equals sample size for our training set,
then we can expand it to international.
Yeah, exactly. So instead of only having 5,000 races to train on, we could have 10,000 races to train on from the US and the UK, and they put international horses in this. So we're also gonna have to have like, if it's an international domestic horse, because I think that factors into the winning of like Melbourne Cups and stuff like that sometimes.
Yeah. So okay.
So that'll be a binary dichotomous value. Remember that word?
I do. Okay. God help me if I can remember the definition exactly, but no, I think I do. Dichotomous was when it is characteristic of something, like where it's like epitomizes a certain group of information. Is that what?
Not really. No? It's very simple. It's just like true or false. It's just binary.
Oh, okay.
It's only the on-off binary. Black white is just 0 1.
That's that. I remember now. I remember now. Yeah.
If I was like, "Is this a dichotomous feature?" You'd be like, "Oh yeah." So you know it's going to be true or false, 0 or 1.
It's a bool. It's a binary. Yes.
Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah. It's the factual.
Okay, I'm gonna do one little thing that I think could be really useful, so that we like, if you're gonna climb a challenge to lead the ladder against the right wall, I'm gonna give it context and say we're looking at doing some data modeling. We want to standardize our data. For instance, we want to compare data by data.
Well, the first thing we should do is go find out how many of these races. Well, we need to find a website or websites that have historic data for this sort of distance in Australia and see how rich that data is. Because if it doesn't have like the jockey or the weight of the horses and their placement that they finished these races, we don't have a good training set.
Yeah, large sets.
That's why I'm like, we probably need to go to America.
Okay, what attributes are publicly available in large sets of data? And what are they? That's so broad. Hopefully this can actually give us a good answer for this. But it might need to do some searching and thinking. Some data might not be available. And so what are those data sets going to be? We'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy.
Okay.
It's warm in here.
It is. Should I?
Yes.
Aircon on. Be right back.
Typical attributes available per meeting. So you get the meeting day, the race number, the distance, the surface, if it's turf or synthetic, rail position, track condition rating, weather notes.
Rail position?
Yeah, because I think that's the barrier that they get.
Right.
Like at the start. So are you closest to the rail or not?
That's
That could be. We will let you know if that's actually a.
I never turned the air conditioner on.
Oh, I'm sure you just press the on switch.
Yeah. Oh, here. Got it. Okay.
Very model. Betfair has historic data listings in CSV style. Why would they do this with the price and the volumes over time?
Great.
Yeah, this looks more like the odds and stuff from previous things. What's that side called? Sports fair, Betfair.
Yeah, Betfair.
Friday, what's the best gambling site? Oh, best like betting site.
Is Friday in your chat?
Oh, I hope so.
Friday friend is going to have fun with this one.
Because I think what would be good is to put like a odds site from an American place and a Australian site in there.
Yeah,
you can bet on the races from anywhere.
Yeah.
Because I think they will have slightly different odds for a horse based on whatever it is. And if we have that as a feature as well, that would be very interesting.
That seems really good. Okay, so... All right, so...
So the thing that's gonna fuck us over is, one, we still don't have an aim. That's definitely fucking us over. The other thing that's gonna fuck us over is data.
Well, if there's a good sample set, I mean, that's like, that might be my, that might even be my first thing to do for Seb. So if I go, let's say we've got Seb.
Okay, well, you start with 3,200 meter races and see how much data you can find on that.
Yep.
Let's start there. And like how often there is those races in Australia. Oh, this is sad. I can't use Excel.
You mind? Okay, that's annoying.
Send optional.
Open Office is decent for that kind of thing, but... Okay, that's what I'm going to be doing.
Just for a sec. Let's see. 3,300 meter.
Was this your pink rectangle? Intentional or accidental?
Which one?
That one.
That is...
Excellent. So what do you think, chat? Is that not the most cool project that you've ever seen on Twitch in your entire life? I personally think I get overexcited by these things, but that could be incredible. Could that not be incredibly good? Isn't this a cool concept? Don't we all love the idea? I'm going to have fun with it either way. Goldie's off to eat breakfast.
Yeah, but I have no clue.
I don't think anybody's ever seen me stream this early, so everyone's like, what the hell? Yoink.
Ah, here we go. Look at this. This is a slider that tells you when horse races are wrong.
Oh.
There is really only, oh my god, there's 7 of 766 up and coming races.
Okay. That's 7. Oh, I mean, we can probably like...
Of this distance. So you see what I mean? Like, this is why it might be good to look at other countries, because there might not be that much.
Oh my god, there's not that many.
This is in the... I mean, this
I thought there was going to be way more.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I thought they all do like a long one like this. Let's have a look.
I thought there'd be like several a day just running at a racetrack all the time.
Yeah, like right now in this heat. Why can't I type?
I mean, that's why they're so freaking immoral, because they just kill their horses with the... I'd really like to beat these guys just because...
Okay, and then this has 32 upcoming races. If I dropped it down to like 1,800, so I'm sure there's way more than this, but 760 include past races. Here we go. Now I've included past races. Let's do this again. This is really difficult. Like, I don't know why, but my typing's not enjoying. 32. Past races. Surely not. Look how much money you can win.
10 million. Is that for the, like, that's the total prize pool though, right?
Probably.
Not the first, like, not the maximum amount.
Well, it's this race. It's looking at this race.
That's crazy.
Well, I don't know. Maybe we should buy a horse.
Yeah, I mean, you would actually be really good at taking care of that horse and doing, you know, all the cool things that go with horse care. I have never had a horse. Have you ever had a horse?
Do you know what? We could put AI in there too, and put in like connected to like the news on Google, and like just look at your horses and just see like what people are saying, like the media's saying about a certain
About
horse,
a specific
and we
horse.
could see if that is
Like
like
sentiment analysis
it
for a
could
particular
give,
horse.
yeah, it could give like a rating or like what it thinks, and then we could see if that column's any good, because like it could be garbage or it could be good.
That could work. That could definitely work.
Something like that. So we could have an AI section in there too if you really wanted.
Yep.
Say,
Well, that's
Mike.
fun. I like that. I did one of those stream together things in case you want to like do that.
Oh yes. Let me see if I can adjust it. You put yours the scene. I wasn't paying attention how to change it. Oh gosh. I don't even know how to do it, so
You should just have a notification being like Seb wants to collaborate,
but
or even just go to my stream and then do the thing.
yeah, I'm kind of on my phone though. That's my issue.
Okay, so
Oh, there we go.
let me just read over this.
Yeah, because you're asking me to join, but it's like
Done. That's it.
yeah, I know. I joined on through my phone, but it's
That's
on my
perfect.
computer.
That doesn't matter.
Yeah, I know. It's just weird.
Now that can even just get closed because all that does is join our chats and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Do we have everybody's chats together now? Have we got Kaz chat and Seb chat? Oh man, look.
But now I can't read my chat. My Twitch.
It
My
goes,
chat.
something
I
went
guess I
wrong
can
when
read
I try
yours.
and accept it.
Oh, well, I'm not surprised.
This always goes wrong. This thing never works.
I think because it's like trying to use my phone to join.
I mean, it shouldn't matter. It just joins the streams, right?
Yeah, but it puts you in that lobby where it connects your phone and your microphone, and then you mute those.
Yeah, but that part we don't care about. We just
I know,
want
but it's doing that through my phone,
Oh,
and then because it's doing that through my phone, I can't use Twitch normally.
right. It doesn't matter. We don't need to. We don't need to do that. After a little bit, I'm going to read across anyways. But okay, so this is interesting. I think we've got something here, guys. So meeting level. Track condition. Race level. Okay, meeting level, race level, runner, results. Trainer. Oh, the trainer's an interesting factor. That might even affect the horse more than the jockey.
Maybe. We'll have to see.
I think that's super interesting. So this is even starting to make suggestions about how we could structure the data. What do you think of it? We'll have like pre-race and post-race.
Yeah, the thing with all that is like you can't just choose data because it says that it's data there. Like if you whichever one of these pieces of data you pick, you got to have the data for that for every horse for every one of your observations.
Right. So yeah.
So like
so
if
we
you
can't
just
deal with
don't
missing-
always have training data,
Yeah.
like the trainer and all these extra things to do with the trainer for every single horse, there's no point.
So let's not work from this. Instead, let's try and find a large data set.
Think like this sort of model is like if it's just predicting, is it gonna high chance that it's gonna come in like top 3, place top 3,
Right.
like that's a classification model because it's just classifying like into categories.
Yeah, gotcha.
So a model like that, like you also want your data to maybe be more of a continuous variable. It usually performs better. So like just having like a trainer and the person's name, like you're just gonna have to zero shot, like encode that, and then you just got a categorical variable where it's a 0, 1 if it was this trainer or not this trainer's name. So it's gonna blow out your like columns by a huge heap for something that's probably not that relevant. So you probably want a different way where you're gonna want to feature engineer a trainer, look at trainer data, and then figure out a way to make it a different sort of approach to go into your model.
A way we could do this to simplify the output might be something like that, where there's a column for whether a horse had a particular trainer. But what we could do is generate that table, but in terms of the source data, have an entity, kind of like an entity in a database that is trainer, and a relationship between trainer and horse. And then you can have multiple trainers affecting a horse, right? And then maybe trainer, horse, and race could be a relationship too. So is that the way that you would approach this? Because in my mind, this is how I would actually probably tackle this problem. I would go and collect a bunch of data, build up relationships between the data, and then keep that in a raw form where the relationships are in data. And if you need to process that in like a projection of the data into a set, we recalculate, recompute, and reproduce the set rather than trying to manage the spreadsheet. I think it just gets...
I think you somewhat like that. I think it's probably easier if you had a model, a separate model. So it's a preconditioning model for our data that looks at the trainer and the horse. And then like if you could somehow reference like the top trainers in Australia from some sort of source and maybe they get a ranking because they somewhat usually produce like better if they do. So you model that and then that model gives an output to our data set that goes into our model to predict the top horse, and it maybe spits out like a rating for that horse based on the trainer data. I think that's how you handle that, because then you can deal with that all separately in its own model. So you might, that's why I was like the pipeline will be very interesting.
That makes a lot of sense.
Because it could be that you have two pre-model conditioning phases for different data entities. Because it just needs to be treated that way.
Okay, cool. Absolutely.
So you could do that.
Hey, how you doing, Lemony? It's good to see you. And Ricardo, hello as well. I am very good. I'm doing really well. I'm sorry if I don't read the chat straight away, guys. I think the same thing is probably true for Kaz, is she's not going to be as like onto it because
I don't even have chat.
We're kind of collaborating here and working together on it.
That's weird though, because I think it's because you need to join it on my computer because it says like
Ricardo says hi.
Yeah, okay. I think, I can't join through my, I think it needs to be on the streamed computer.
I think it shouldn't necessarily need to be on streamed computer. We can go here. If we both open up our, if we both open this up, this should be the way that we can manage to do it. If we go to our stream managers on our computers, 7 stream streak, huge guys. That's all good. What are we doing? We're doing like the nerdiest thing ever, but also very, very fun stuff. We're creating a predictive model.
Because I've joined. So our chat should now be merged,
yeah, totally. Our chat should actually 100% be
merged. Because if yours was merged, then I don't need to see my phone.
That's true.
Which is what I was hoping was going to happen, but it just doesn't happen.
Okay. Right now, I should have this button. We go there. Start shared chat.
There you go. Boom. Now it's enabled. Okay, now we can all read the chat. We put this back. Okay, that's good. That's good. Oh, we are saved.
All right, now we're on Easy Street.
Oh.
Shared chat moderation. Witchy. Yeah, Witchy will be coming back very soon. Trust, but not this stream.
Steal a little bit off the screen so I can see.
Absolutely.
Just a little bit.
Here we go.
Okay, excellent. Yay! Now we can read everything. Hi, Ricardo. How are you?
Okay. So, shall I go do some research and start to find data? See what data set I can actually go get?
What are we doing?
Well, I think. Okay, aim is to predict the outcome of the next Melbourne Cup.
What you want to do the next Melbourne Cup?
Yeah.
We're gonna have to wait ages.
We're gonna have to wait ages. That's true.
But we can predict stuff before then. Well, I thought we were just gonna do those 3 race distances within Australia.
Predict
what do you?
The outcome of any 3,200 meter race in Australia. Do you want to be more specific and go further to say like,
Okay, let's do that then. If that's your aim and that's what we're going to predict, this is what we're going to predict.
I think what you're after is something as narrow as that, right?
Not even, but like I just need a starting point if this is it. Because I think we should be able to build in different race, not like distances within this model. Even if we just we automate this pipeline for 3,200 and then we can just change the distance when we want to go to a bet and it just refreshes all the data and gets it and it removes anything that doesn't have the right fields filtered. That would be a good start. Like that's what I'm thinking. That's why I was like a schematic of how the model's going to work is good, So we'll just take this as our template and we'll make it automated so that we can always, in our minds, update this. Everything else stays the same but refreshes for the new distance.
Yeah, gotcha.
And works. So I think that would be
Okay,
really
so that's
good.
really cool. Okay, so can I start to go and find data for this?
You really want me to let you go find data?
No, well, I
What
feel
data
like
do you want to go find?
I want to find what I can find. I have unknown unknowns. I want to know some of my unknowns. I want to know what data might be available.
You can go look at the 3,200 meter horse races in Australia.
Okay.
Historic races, and go get as much data on as you want.
I really love that you stopped and made sure that we were doing the right thing before we charged off and did stuff. I want to double check.
I'm all for charging off and doing stuff. I will charge when it's time to charge.
Yes,
but I'm not charging if I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
No, you're like aligning me first. Be like, and then you'll be like, all right, there's the target. Go.
Yeah. 3,200 horse races within Australia. Go.
Excellent.
Go find as much as you can find.
All right. Hell yeah.
It's funny.
Lemoney's excited about the idea. That's good.
Yeah, that's very good. That's very good. Why is it not scroll as it is scrolling? I think it's fine.
It is fine. It
seems like it's fine, but it's not automatically scrolly. Yeah, okay, perfect.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so you do that. Tell me if you find any good websites. If you do, drop them in so we got the links. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Excellent. I will. What the fuck am I going to do? I'm going to do the same thing.
Oh, whoa. Am I?
I'm going to do the same.
My Chrome crashed.
Your computer's horrible. So I will do the same thing, but I'm going to go get. Maybe I'll.
That actually is a very rare event.
I mean, I've witnessed it twice while I've been here sitting
with you. The computer crashed and then the Chrome crashed.
So I feel like it's quite common when we're here with you.
This is a good omen.
I wish we knew somebody that bets on horses. Like, if we had an SME for horses, like, it'd be really good. Because they'd be like, there's not that many 3,200 meter races. And I'll be like, oh, okay. And then we'd know. But, like, I just don't know.
What if we just GPT?
Well, what I've been trying to do. This one's all tracks, and this one's categories, so you can pick different distances. And the period.
Okay. I'm going to, before we go, like, get let loose on this, what if I get GPT to be our SME?
Yeah, unless someone knows someone, but yeah, for sure. This website seems okay. Let's have a look at this. Let's just assume I did this race. I don't think it's the right distance. That's okay. Is this a singular horse? I'm not even sure how this works. Oh gosh. Yeah, this is one horse. So what we really need is the data from somewhere.
Let's get the data.
How are we going to get the data? Like, see, like, I feel like EPL, there's, like, sites for the data.
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
The data is the challenging thing.
Okay, let me just get my screen back up.
Even if we could just look at it, maybe it's impossible to get the data for the previous race data. Sorry, touch that.
No, that's fine.
But it's just Melbourne and Sydney. That's 3,200.
Oh, okay.
So maybe this isn't the best race to choose, but...
Thank you, subject matter expert Oxley. Oxia. I don't think I've met you, Oxia.
Oxia is my mod.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
Cool. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Oxia. Hello. Thank you for joining in. Modding
Oxia seems to know a lot of stuff. Like a lot of random shit. I don't know how.
That's my kind of person. My kind of person. Knowing lots of random stuff is a great thing.
What was I going to say? 3,200 might not be the way to go. But maybe what we could do instead is... So there's two different ways we can approach this. And we were doing it from let's do the distance and how horses perform on the distance. What we could do is we could just look at a horse and look at their previous race history. And then that could be what we use to predict outcomes of things. And that method is what I used for my original prediction model, because on the betting sites, I found it quite easy to look at a race, click a horse, and it showed their previous racing history.
Yeah.
And that I found, that's what I based my predictions on, is that previous race horse history associated with that horse.
I'd be down to go have a look at what you did last time, just to get a good vibe check on the whole process. That's kind of cool.
Let's see what else. Which site did I use? Did I use Sportsbet? I don't even remember what site I used. Let me just quickly check. So, let's just say we're going to bet on this. I feel like this might be a dog. Okay, it's a horse. That's great to know. So, I looked at this, and this is their recent starts. So, this is one horse in this race. So, this is the first race. It's 2,000-meter race. And then these are all the horses racing. There's 7 horses racing.
Yeah.
I literally just looked at the weight, the horse, and then these are the previous races that they've been in.
Oh.
And I just used this data in my model.
And that was enough.
And I just used this data. Yeah, and I just
Yeah.
did that for each of the horses. This one has no awards, which means it doesn't have any data. So it's hard when it doesn't have data, but this one does have data.
Yeah.
And they
With
got
things like the
so
Melbourne Cup, something with no award wouldn't get in the Melbourne Cup, would they?
No, but I think there is a race section for the no awards. So no awards is like when the horse is like less than 2 years old or like young or something. And
Right.
sometimes I think there is data on the horse, but that site just doesn't have data.
Yeah.
So I think it's one or the other.
So, okay, so we'll look at modeling, doing data modeling.
So I think if you wanted to start anywhere to get any information, would be to web scrap this or find where this data comes from and find the source for this, and we start there.
Okay.
Because this has, I think something like that would be good.
All right, I'll write out our objective. So here's 2.
Because we could theoretically test is if it's more accurate determining a distance of a race and how everything performs at that distance, or is it better and more accurate if you look at a horse and its history of running and how if that is a better determinant of distance.
Yeah.
So you're trying to solve the same thing from 2 different lenses.
Yeah.
So we can look at both.
So we could make 2 predictions
better.
and then see which one's better, or do a combination of the 2 of them.
We will compare and see which one's better.
Yeah.
And
okay.
use that.
Yeah.
And maybe it's the case that you choose one over the other, but in certain cases you choose it the other way around.
Yeah.
I guess whatever we have better information on would be better.
Yeah. Okay, before we use this as our objective, first, act as a...
I can't believe I took a sick day to do work.
SME.
I took a sick day to come do work.
But it's fun work.
Is it?
Isn't it?
If it works, it's fun work.
If it works, it's fun work, for sure.
I mean, you're having fun work.
I'm having fun. It's the journey, not the destination, really.
So Oxy is our SME and horse race. He's somebody that bets.
Okay, yeah.
So if we have questions, we ask him.
Okay.
I can't believe there's always races. Like, they're racing right now. In Caulfield, in 2 minutes. Oh, and you can click this preview, and this shows it. So, like, you could literally see the race live here.
Oh, okay.
Not you, but, like, maybe we could, like, look at the horses and stuff.
Yeah, just to... Yeah.
We should somehow physically look at horses and, like, check, like... I don't know. See if the AI can figure out which horse is going to win through the physicality of the horse and the movement. Anywho.
I mean, that would be really interesting.
Nerds. You're a nerd, Friday.
Hey, how you doing, Friday? And we got a first-time chatter. Hold on.
Yeah,
we do. It's just pushed off screen. Who dat?
Howdy.
Fit for Purpose. That's not a first-time chatter. Good to see you again, Fit for Purpose.
It's my first-time chatter.
I met Fit for Purpose really recently. He's a fitness streamer.
He's Fit for Purpose.
Yeah, he's Fit for Purpose. Exactly. It's a really good name. We're doing some really nerdy stuff right now, Fit for Purpose. It's good to see you though. How are you? We're doing some like fancy math stuff is the plan. So I'm going to be doing the data stuff. Kaz is going to be
I love
doing
that you
some of
could
the
call it
math stuff.
fancy, and I'm just like, oh, like a standard deviation, sure.
That's fancy for me. That's fancy for me. Well, I'm not as good as at
Uh,
math as you are. So, okay, predictive capability. What do you think? Fit for purpose? Cool concept? Why is there a line saying new and nothing below it? Unless there's a message that I can't see.
Another refresh.
Yeah, hold on. I've got a better tool for this.
Well, he did right. He said, haha, great.
Okay, good.
I think that's
Glad
what he
it's
said.
going to
I
be
mean, I had to
entertaining.
read it so fucking fast, and it was so tiny, and you moved so quick.
This has a stream manager, and then the stream manager. This has a stream manager. There we go. This should have our chat, right? Chat. Without being bought.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
There we go.
Perfect.
Need to put in how horsey look. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Friday's on it.
Yeah, we're gonna do that Friday. We're gonna actually that'll be the nuance of the model is like it will have to have the video feed from the race if you wanted to bet live.
I don't think anyone's doing that, so
No,
that could be very cool.
Yep. Or that
Though
is definitely sellable.
It's going to be like one variable that we could determine from the.
That's perfect. It just needs to give it a score.
Yeah.
Like a 0 point something score, 0 to 1, and it's just based on whatever. And if it does that, and like it just watches it, it might not even get all the details of the horse. You know how they go around the ring. The thing is, like, if you do that, then you got to assume that you've got that for all the horses.
Yeah. Okay.
Trained it on it.
So I asked it to act as a subject matter expert for both the racing and the data science and evaluate our objective. And it's saying your current objective is risky. Okay. These races are rare.
Yeah,
Most races never run that distance. Even the top stayers only run 1 or 2 times a year at that distance. Okay. Fields are okay. Experimental, international. Okay. Very few training samples. Okay. It seems like the distance is a bad goal. So we need to refine our goal.
Okay. What is a very common race distance? 2,000? Should we just go to 2,000?
Yeah, we can 1,200 to 3,200. Hold on. With distance as a feature, not a filter.
Predictive. Oh, okay, yeah. So that's looking at it from this perspective, where you have a horse and where they've raced, and then you can see if you're likely to think that that'll finish in the top 3. And I think that's okay because then it's got all the other horses' historic data for the race, so it can compare them better. Okay. So you can do it that way.
Okay. Recommended objective: predict each horse's win probability and place probability in any Australian flat race conditioned on distance, track, class, and tempo related features. Does that seem like a good...
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
We're just going to look at the history of the horse. Which means we need to be able to find good stats, like for their recent starts. We need somewhere where they're reliable that has it. And it means our model will skip it where it doesn't have data for every horse in the race. How about that?
That sounds good.
So if there's like a no award horse, like maybe it's too risky for it to make the assumption.
Yeah.
Or we can see how it goes anyway.
Okay,
but
so
there'll be a spot where we got to be like, yeah, no.
Okay. Instead of 200 to 400, we got 10,000. Nice. Millions of horse stats. That sounds good. A derived stamina feature. Ooh. Performance, decay versus distance. That's interesting.
Yeah, so it's like a engineered feature. So it's like from the data you have, you then make new data points or like something new from that data.
Yeah.
And that would be like something like that. Even it's like average speed over everything.
Yeah.
Like you could do something like that.
Yeah, okay.
Which would be like a stamina thing, right? Because if you've got the distance and time.
Yeah, okay. What about something like that instead? Learn a latent performance score for each horse that predicts expected performance relative to the field under arbitrary race conditions. Yes. Arbitrary race conditions might be more
like
difficult.
That'll be like soft and stuff ground versus like the good turf and the wet conditions. So what we can do is we can do what we call like a Z scoring, which would take like the all the horses that run at that distance
Yeah.
and the average, and then how far your horse is above or below the average. And because we want, so what we can do is we can look at that for every single race history that a horse has, and then we only add all the positive Z scores up for that horse, and that will give us like a top performing horse above every other horse in the cohort of horses that run that distance.
That seems really good. Okay, so if I reevaluate that, then we've got. Is this now too specific? Because it's talking about tracks. We haven't determined all of that stuff yet.
Well, tracks is distance, and tracks is just like, you know, it was at Randwick for 1,000, it went to like Flemington for 1,000. Like a track is just a location, I think. And the distance is a distance. Distance, track is location, class. I don't really know what that is. I think that might be a weight class for the jockey. And the pace, I don't know what that is. And then, like, some of those things are like, we'll remove.
All right,
but
these
we'll
are
get them
too
in there.
specific at this point. So we'll go for.
I used to work at Crown Bet. Do you have any suggestions?
Ooh, that's interesting. Duckman, that's pretty cool. Until it went under. We're not really like. Yeah, I mean, we're trying to do things different, but it's cool. It would be really cool to know what existing people already do, you know? I think that's a cool angle. It's a very cool angle. Okay, learn a late performance score for each of the horses. So, yeah, I guess we're going for this one. Is that... Yeah, okay, this is our objective, and then I can start research for this. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Yeah, I think you just want to be able to find a spot where you can get horses in Australia and their previous race data.
Okay.
If we just start there, and then we can freaking come to find ways to get the more niche stuff that we need to make these fancy features. But like, let's just start with somewhere reliable other than this Sportsbet page, or maybe it is this Sportsbet page. Like, I don't know where these stats come from, these stats came from, but we need to find this somewhere for every possible horse that's racing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is this one horse.
Can you put a link to that in the in our perfect, thank you. So is scraping this a good start?
Yeah, if it's possible.
It's definitely doable. It'll be easier if the data is simpler.
The thing is, like, that data is like current data. So like that race is coming up in like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's like this race is happening right now.
Yeah.
So you got to figure
now.
out how to get it when it's already happened or as it's happening, because you might have to data mine it, collect it, and then build it, which isn't going to help us because we need at least 2 years of historic data.
Yeah. We're going to need heaps
so we
of
need
data.
this, or even if we get this now, that'll be better than not getting it. But like, we need to figure out how to continuously have this or find where we can get the historic starts.
Okay, cool. Kaggle might be a way to go.
Is that just going to be fake data though?
Historic Australian horse racing data set.
We did not win $1 million yet, Fish. We are still broke.
Good to see you, Fish. Hello. No, it'll be cool for Duckman to be around for this then. Duckman seems to be the right kind of crowd to have in a stream like this. Okay.
Network tab as some API points that can query.
Ooh.
Well, I was just a dev that was on the promo section, wasn't fully across the betting street. I just know there are some rules that determine the odds, which I believe is similar to what you're doing here, just trying to make it work in your favor instead of theirs. Yeah.
I gotta sign up with something that's annoying.
I don't know if like you need to go into Kaggle to get a data set, right? Like the fact that you're using Kaggle to find your data set for historic horse races tells me like it's not a legitimate site. Like I feel like you're using like you need to be going
What's
to
Kaggle?
like
Have you heard of it before?
Kaggle. It's where you do your like I don't know if it's even real data sets, but like it's just like DS projects, data science projects. So they'll give you like data sets like the Titanic and like passengers on the Titanic, and then you can go away and figure out who might have survived or who should have survived or some shit like this, all of this dumb stuff. and you just practice making models and how well it performs on the data set. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
But like, I don't know if it's like, I think some data sets might be true in that, but I don't really know. I just think it's like a place to start practice tier things. I guess you're looking for the results. You could pretend you're someone that put a bet on, and now you're just looking to see if you got your money.
True.
So like, where do those people go? This is like the lottery. Like they definitely go and can look at like what the Powerball numbers were.
Okay.
Provide others are community farm. Yeah, so there's some data sets are vendor providers, others are community farm. Is a competition? I mean, like it has a friendly competition. It gets quite serious, but
Okay, here's some data, but
yeah, it looks shit.
this looks a little
Recent form, yeah.
better.
It's got YouTube videos.
It's got replays. That's pretty cool.
I wonder how reliable this stuff is. What are the dates on this?
That's a good question.
I'm
18th October, 1st November,
Oh yeah,
8th November.
Flemington, Randwick.
Bob's bonus. I don't know what Bob's mean. I've never gambled on horse races, so
We're not about to.
okay. So I could scrape real time, but like you said, you need 2 years of history.
Like I don't need to use a history, but like if
That's
like the
what we
better
want,
the
right?
sample size. So like this horse, like some horses you might not have 2 years of race history, but like at least that sports bet site, it had like at least like 6 or 7 races that
Yeah.
like the last 7 races the horse have done. Like if we could just get like as much of the last, like if we could just get data for horses that have done like the last 10 races or something, that'd be good. Like N of 30 would be way better, but like I don't think it's possible to get that much, but as much as you can get, the better it would be.
Yeah.
The more accurate it would be.
What if we started by building a spreadsheet with the least amount of data that we could possibly use in order to get a reasonable result?
Can't really reverse calculate it that way. You kind of have to go the other way.
We can make some guesses about what the minimum amount
You
could be.
need okay, N of 30. Start there.
So 30 samples, but what about each row? How many? Like if we just made a spreadsheet that had like race and then a bunch of properties of the horse, a primary ID for the horse, maybe its name for now, and then filled that out. And then it was like, okay, if this is what it looked like and the data was real, could we do something cool with it? Would that be a good place to start?
Maybe. I mean, we can try it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Let's do that. Because that makes it a little concrete, right? Then we start to actually get into like, what does this, what does something like that look like?
Wait, so you're gonna give me? Just tell me what you're gonna give me.
I'm gonna give you. So if I gave you a spreadsheet like this, and it was like horse ID, jockey, the the race distance.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's okay. So what you're gonna have to do with something like that? Okay, I get you now. So you're gonna have to cross tabulate all these, because what you're gonna want is where your race distance is like a different category to another one. You're gonna need like a larger sample. You're gonna need sample sizes across all of those to get an accurate reading. So N of 30 for each distance that you have would probably be something that's
so we need 30 rows
at least
for each of the
each distance. At least 30. I would say 50. 50 would be perfect to start with, because the more you got to think about every permutation and combination that you could possibly get when this variable changes, and then this variable changes, and this variable changes, and that one changes, and that one, because you still need a sample of multiple that are doing the same thing in one column, and then you need the same in the next column.
Yeah.
So you need to get multiple iterations of permutations of observations for.
So in terms of the so let's just go on to my screen. In terms of like, say we set this up, if I had the name of the jockey, the race distance, the Like, what is the minimum number of columns you think we could have in order to have something that worked?
Oh, like columns don't matter.
Columns as in the minimum number of features. There would be a new feature for each column. I'm just thinking about what the data set looks like.
Like, you don't solve this way.
Okay.
Like, I feel like you're trying to build it the wrong way around.
Yep.
Like, that's not what you're doing. You can't, like, your data science is limited by your data. So,
Yep.
like, if your data isn't good enough, you can't do it.
Yeah.
You can't just try to, like, find the bare minimum. Like, we can try it and see what the cross tabulation is and do, like, the
Yep.
QQ plots and see how well it works.
Yeah.
So, like, but, like, just go, like, I think it's wasting time doing it this way.
Okay.
I think just go get as much information on, like, the data, the races you can find,
Yeah.
and then I'll tell you which ones we can actually predict for the model.
Okay.
Does that work?
That totally
Just
works.
give me like all the race distances and the data for all the races that you have, and then
Yeah.
I'll say like, oh, we can't do 3,200. We just don't have enough data. I'll be able to tell you that.
Yeah.
But we
Yeah.
won't, like, yeah. So does that work?
That totally works.
Okay.
I'll just. So
That's
I'm
like
going
a
to start
medium.
with.
That's
I'm
like a
gonna
middle
start with-
ground.
I'll start with Sportsbet and
Yeah.
scraping all this information. And
Yeah.
I'll put it into. But that means it'll just be current, not 3 years of history.
That's fine. Like, when I say 3 years of history, like, I mean, it's fine because what you're going to get, I assume, is rows where it's it's like different data.
Yeah.
So it will give you, I just need good sample size.
Yeah.
So whether you had to go back 2 years to get more samples, that'd be perfect. That's why I mean like 2 years of data. But if
Yeah.
you could get me like 1 million samples and it's only like 2 weeks old, it might
Yeah.
be okay. It depends. You'd have to do like that's the thing with like sample size, right? If you get 30 samples, you could probably predict more of like what the world's going to do than if you had like 3,000 samples. It depends on how
Yeah.
rich those
Yeah.
samples are. So,
Okay. So the data in this table is a good place to start.
yeah, like when you click on a horse and it's got like the recent starts, and then you click on this. So you're gonna have to like in this node on there when you do the selenium and the beautiful soup, you're gonna have to
Yeah.
because so you started in barrier 1. This is the weight of the jockey, like that's
Mhm.
important, and then he finished in this place, and it was 2000. This was the track condition,
Okay.
and that
All
was
right.
where it was.
I'm going to move all of this data into a spreadsheet. That's my step 1.
A CSV?
Yep.
Yeah, nice. Okay.
Okay. Let's do it.
Yeah.
I can do this. Excellent. I'm going to get my mouse first real quick. So I'm going to put that on just Kaz, and I'll be back in a moment.
Just me.
Just you.
Okay.
Do you want a tea?
Yeah, I'll do the tea because you got work to do. Now, imagine like my house, permanent hot water all the time.
Instant kettle.
Porous, no SQL yet, but maybe if we make the biggest CSVs possible, it might need to be in a tabular format or a query, and we'll have to SQL it. Make him do that. Don't you worry, Friday. I ain't sweating it. But I'll be there to collect. I'll be there to put the bank account in for the at the end. I don't know how well this is gonna go. I actually do think that like it could work well. Or do you know the only thing that works in our favor is the thing I think Sportsbet's fucked up by making it like top 3 place. Like that's why I'm like, if it was I had to predict first place, I'd be like, nah, not worth. But top 3, we just need to predict the horse that's gonna finish in the top 3. Where it's most likely. And it doesn't even have to bet all the time if it doesn't really have that much of a sure thing.
If it's not
But if
confident.
it's quite sure, it can bet as long as like you put 50 in and you make 55. That's all you're really trying to do. And if it finished second, that's okay too, because you're still probably going to make money.
True.
Like that's like, I don't know. I feel like the odds are more in our favor now. We just need to be able to predict it in real time.
I think this will
with
be
some
really
beautiful
it's just such a
accuracy.
fun project.
Oh, yeah, such a fun project. Let's go with that.
It actually is. It is. It's so cool. This is like our version of Moneyball.
Moneyball. Yeah, money balling horses. Money horse balling.
Money Horseball. That's going to be the name of the project now. Money Horseball.
Moneyballs. Moneyball. Can I be Brad Pitt?
You can be Brad Pitt, and
What's
I'll be
the other guy? The little fancy guy in the
the
corner.
chubby dude.
I'll be that guy. Are you winning? So much better than cat treats. Cat treats. You mean the cat street stream? Treat
Hey
stream?
Bella, how you doing? You're winning. So we did the cat treat dispenser thing.
I think
you did
Friday
that, and
got
I did
really
that.
hard scammed in that because
Oh,
I was
did he?
like, yeah, because I was like, guys, it's working now, and then he'd subscribe, and then nothing would happen, and I'm pretty sure he ended up subscribing. Oh, like sending gifted subs, so many gifted subs.
Scammed.
It was worth it though. It was worth it.
Hello, Bella. How are you? Actually, we need some music. We need some music. Have you met Bella yet? Bella, have you met Kaz? Bella makes amazing music. All the music that I play on my stream all the time.
Oh, really?
Bella's like the
Sounds like
person who
we
made
could do
that.
with some Bella.
We could definitely do with some Bella. We have some speakers over there. I know the speakers on this don't work, but all right, first things first. First things first. I'm gonna get
First things first, I'm a realist.
okay, I'm gonna share this with you, Kaz. Send you a
Oh,
link.
is it free?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Don't put spaces, underscore if you're going to do that, and just put distance. Come on, sir. I reckon just distance.
Distance is good.
Yeah, because your race will be the location. So there might be a variable that we find is like, say you got distance and then you got race and that's location, Randwick, Flemington. You might find that Flemington doesn't have that many races or something.
Right.
And it might be the case that we just cut that feature out.
Yeah,
and that's fine because it'll like, you know what I mean? So these is like decisions that we make based on our data and our data landscape and what we have.
Yeah.
So we'll do a few cross tabulations to see the n equals across everything. But yeah.
All right, excellent. I just sent you a link.
Okay, so categorical variable is a bit shit to deal with. But we can deal with it. So what you do is you do this thing called like hotshot encoding, and that basically means, so like say you've got three things: t-shirt, shorts, and socks.
Okay.
So instead of say they're your three clothing items.
Yeah.
T-shirt, shorts, and socks. What you do is, so that the model can understand that, is it'll then make every single potential category you have down here, so every single jockey you have will become a column. Okay. And then it'll be zeros and one for where you're actually in that.
Yeah,
so
okay.
If you'd have like three new columns: shirts, shorts, and socks, and 001, meaning you only have socks and you didn't have zero. It'll turn it binary.
Yeah.
So if you have jockey and you've got like 2,000 different jockeys, you're going to have 2,000 different columns just for that one categorical variable.
Yeah.
It's okay. It just depends how valuable that categorical variable is for you. So we may need to like interpret jockey into like somehow we rank them and give them a score or something.
Okay.
So that's why I'm like, it's fine to have a categorical variable. It just depends how many different jockeys we have. So you can work with that. And then if we got way too many, then we'll find a way to like make that
if anything
relevant
we
and
can like if
it.
we need to turn it into a
But that's how like categorical variables work in machine learning, just so you know when you are aware of it as you do it.
Okay.
Yeah, because it'll understand.
I think we'll translate anything where it's like it needs to turn into a huge multi-dimensional matrix where those are input nodes. To
that's completely it's completely fine for it to be that way.
Okay,
it's acceptable. But I'm just letting you know that it might be, because if we could turn that into a score instead of representing a jockey based on like jockey information. Yeah. It will probably be more meaningful than if it was the categorical variable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if we can find a jockey and their race history or like how often they place first, and that adds to like the weighting of this score, and instead of giving it like that sort of thing, that'd be good. Yep. That's why we got this guy here, and he's going to have all these his own metrics in here. And then this will give us a score for the jockey. And you could almost put jockey in as one column, but it's going to have way more information in it. Yeah, because we've run all the jockeys through this pre-existing model here.
Yeah, I get you.
Why is that there? Yeah, so you get me?
I get you. Yeah. So yeah, jockey could be its own table that's essentially joined to this with a whole bunch of new columns that we all fill in, like feed in as different variables. Okay, so we've got distance. Is distance available on this page?
Go down. So this race was 2,000 meters.
Yeah. Okay.
And this was a track condition.
So is each of these is each of these a different race?
Yeah, correct.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, and this is the date at race, so that's important because we might use like the delta of the races to see the time between, like is the horse fit when it ran. So stuff like this is how we will like feature engineer.
Okay, so anything more you want from this page?
What do you mean? I need everything, sir. What the hell? Go down. Okay, so click on this drop down arrow. Okay, so we need that it's in Fleming. We need the weight of the barrier. We need the barrier number. Anything else? We need
all the things.
The more data, the better.
Okay,
the better. Okay.
Weight is
And the time. Oh, the time was really important. That's how fast it ran, 2,000 meters. This is very, very important.
That is fast.
That is so important because that tells you when you're doing like that latency feature, like, you know, how fast do they run over 2,000, then you'll see how fast it runs over 1,600, then you'll be able to see the difference. And that is
you'll
between
want the
every
last
horse.
600 meters as well.
No, we don't need that. We can calculate something like
We
that
want
ourselves.
everything. No, we don't need that.
No, because that's something we can calculate ourselves.
Yeah,
we don't need that to be that we can calculate that, and it
Yep.
might be that 600 is not useful.
Yeah.
Like, might it not? Like, why did they put 600? Is 600 the same for like this race here?
Maybe it's because the horses
Let me
flag
check
towards
this.
the end of the race, right?
It's always 600, but that's stupid. So that 600 should actually be an X value, and that should change based on your distance of the race, I think. Because I don't think the last 600 is the most important for every
First
race.
600 would be consistent. The last, not so much.
Like, I think it
depends on how hard the jockey runs the horse. Though.
Well, I think it depends on the race distance total as well. So I think that should be like an interpolated value for like speed and distance, and the race distance and the speed, and then we interpolate with that like graph that I said, solve for X, and put that there.
Yeah. Do you know what this is?
That's the horse that placed first.
Ah, in that same race.
Yeah, and then second was this Jenny's medal. Yeah, so you get
this could be relevant for like.
So I think what you do is we take this data, and then if it's the same race, same place of this distance, and you've got that field, remove it. That's the track condition. So that was good, and this was soft, meaning that it was wet and rained a little bit.
Okay.
So in their terms, like betting terms. Why do I know all this? It's so dumb.
Because you did this you did this already with the.
Yeah. So good is like warm weather, like today's good.
Yeah.
And then soft is like slightly wet. So that's track condition. And what they do is on race day, the announcers and broadcasts, they give an overall track condition to the rate, and then that might change.
Yeah.
So that's useful, but then we'll check the weather in there and that as well.
Friday thinks you're a degenerate gambler.
Wow.
Bella's seen your streams before. I only bet on a big 3 each year.
I'm not. I don't use my money. I barely gamble.
Bella, I never gamble. Both of us actually never gamble. We're not gamblers. And to be fair, I think what we're doing here is the absolute opposite of gambling. It's like...
we're smart gamblers.
We're being smart.
If Friday's going to throw money at it, I'm like, wait, let's actually math it and then throw the money.
We're doing math. We're problem solving complicated problems, which I freaking love.
We're actually going to win you money Friday. We're gonna win you.
We
money.
we do not formally endorse anybody gambling based on the things which we do.
But if
if somebody happened to win, not that we would endorse you gambling with any of our predictions.
We just want a really nice prediction model that's concurrent.
We're just doing fun math, guys. We're just doing fun math. Okay, we've got weight, time, position, date, distance, barrier.
That's the jockey's weight. So.
Yes.
Yeah, that's okay because that's the weight the horse is carrying of the jockey.
Yep.
Okay. And then you got this margin, and then you got this was their sports bets or their sports bet odds. This was their odds or something.
Should we care about this?
Well, we're gonna put that in anyway. The model's
we're
gonna get
making our own variable for this.
Well, we will, but we're gonna also put in the odds from these sport betting places, and then we can remove stuff that isn't working. But it's good to have it. But yeah, we may as well take the odd as well. And the barrier, did you put that in? Yes, nice.
Yep, barriers in here.
And then the location. So this was Flemington.
Okay.
So you can just do race or location. Yeah, and then it's FLM because this is going to be the same everywhere. You maybe. So with this column, we'll probably send it over to the weather people and get the actual weather for that day, and then because. You're gonna need to make sure this Flemington thing is able to be used longitude and latitude. It's gonna be able to be able to use.
We can correlate that later in code. I think the first step.
I'm just letting you know that's its future for that variable.
Yeah.
Okay. See this race is perfect as a categorical variable as it is because you know what I mean, but the jockey isn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. For entertainment purposes only, exactly. But we will be flopping this out at the Melbourne Cup.
Just to see how it performed.
We
just
should
for fun.
Totally yeah.
Okay, weather for the race.
Okay, and then you need the horse's age.
Ooh, is that here?
Yep, go up. So this horse, he carried the weight of 60. This is okay. So this is his previous. Oh, so he's 5-year-old bay gelding.
Oh, okay.
So this is why it's weird. That's why I have these columns, right? Because your horse is going to have data, the jockey's going to have data. Then you got these external factors in the
age is another really important one.
Yeah, so you're gonna need the horse's age.
Yeah, we can do
and
that.
that is a gelding. This is what you said. So the color is bay and it's a gelding. So you're gonna need all that shit. And then also if you want the father and the mother, which is pretty important potentially. So you may as well throw those two things in there because they always have the sire and the dam. And then you got the trainer and his location, which is Plumpton. So you could put that in if you wanted. I think the only reason you do their location is you might make a feature engineer
where do we see that on this page? The father. Oh.
Yeah, the sire and the dam.
Okay. Sire, jeez.
You put father.
Well.
Yeah, no, I'm just maybe. Maybe. You know how you said that turn?
She just had a good idea, chat. Can you tell? Can you tell? She got excited.
I just thought you like this. You know how you had the turn hierarchy?
Yeah.
You could use that for the sire and the dam of all the horses that you find and which ones come from the same place. Because theoretically, like, they're usually bred separately but together, but like the best ones might be the ones that are always bred the lots, right?
That would actually be so cool.
So then you could use your thing that you wanted to use.
Reconstruct a whole hierarchy of the lineage of the horse and the performance of the parents to predict
the progeny and that.
Yeah,
you could totally do that. Sick. And they probably already have that shit out there.
Yeah.
So you can just do that.
That would be pretty cool.
If you want to do that, this is where you could use that algorithm.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We should have an ideas.
We don't have enough time. You gotta hurry up.
Hold on,
I'll be back.
We should have an ideas section.
I was making tea. Hey.
Yes.
I don't know how to get out. I'm stuck. Oh yeah. An ideas section.
An ideas section of our.
Just look at the data and you get ideas. We don't need an ideas section.
All right, the ideas will come as they come.
Oh, you won't even be able to do all the ideas.
Use the horse history to predict family a horse. Okay, there we go. I wrote it down just because I think it's cool. Okay. So this is going to be a fun little project. If this URL, whoopsie daisy, no thank you.
What tea do you want?
There's some licorice one with a purple, what's it called? A little purple container thing. Could use that. Okay, notice the format is changing here. What's this second number? Okay, I think now we can start with all right, so what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to start with a project here, and we can basically, if I go to yes.
Oh, sorry, do you have milk?
I only have coconut milk. I'm sorry I don't have any real milk for you. Yeah, it's just math fun. Exactly, Goldie. Exactly. Okay, so what we're gonna do is maybe we start with we're going to start with downloading this. Do you want to work in an XLS document or a CSV?
I'll use Excel and then it'll be converted to CSV.
Okay. Sweet. Move that. Move this to home, work, horsies. I will be absolutely. I didn't even need milk for my tea if it's the. Okay. Horsies goes here. Okay. prd.md. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to start prompting, guys. It's just me. It's just math. Yeah, it is math. This is going to be your kind of stream. You're going to get so much more out of this than I will because it'll be Kaz doing all the interesting mathy stuff that we don't always do. I can't wait to learn that. I'm really actually very excited about learning that kind of thing.
No, I don't want to disappoint you. You won't be learning anything. I don't know anything. I actually don't. Okay.
Ooh.
Okay, it was loose leaf tea, and like I ain't going using no strainer, so we're just gonna drink around the loose leaves and eat some of them.
All right, I'm into it.
Okay, cool. I don't mind doing that, but I don't really know anyone else that does do that.
No, that'll be great. Kaz has the best efficiencies, guys. Have you noticed she'll eat the pasta raw, and it's actually pretty good if you give it a try. It's actually pretty good, surprisingly. Okay, so we're creating a program that achieves the following. Okay. We're going to be
Okay, coming back through. Thank you. Okay.
First, we're collecting data from following page.
Really?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what we need is, oh yeah, where'd you put your Excel link? Did you chuck it in this document?
I DM'd you directly, but I can put it.
You put it in here for me?
Yeah, I can put it in there. Yes. Let me go to there.
Oh, is that your trick to share to me? Like, yeah, yes, yeah. That's smart. That's pretty big brain. Well, at least we learned something today. There's not that many 3,200 meter horse races in Australia.
That's true.
We were gonna start with that bad boy.
There we go, horsies.
Excellent. Also, fucking sheet. Okay, sure. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is
I'm gonna be using an XLS document that matches the columns for this. So I'll update this with a bunch of data.
Okay, we'll come back. I mean, you may as well get that because you're on that site getting that, right? I'm view only. So you can only view the document.
No, you should be able to edit.
You can't. You must be logged into a Google account to request edit
Anyone
access.
with an actual account will be able to edit it, though. If you like, I can change it to restricted for a specific email. Or you can just download it.
I just want it to be anonymous and fuck with it.
Yeah, no, I know. I don't know that I'm allowed to.
That's fine.
But you can just download it and then mess with it.
Yeah. Okay, I was gonna put. Oh, okay. So position. This is interesting. So we're already going to have to like compute this column because it's 4/12. So there was 12 slots, but you don't always know. So we're going to need to math that column so it's like relevant to.
What if we do like, if I just go
Do
like,
you know what I mean? Because like,
total.
yeah, just do position, like do place and then fourth, and then do like number of horses, like do place,
Races.
like what the fuck is the
That's
word?
it. Horses.
Competitors or something, and then we'll just math it later. Yeah. So this should be 4, not 4/12. So when you web scrap, do you want to do it in like, do you want this to be in the format you want it to put it in? Or is it just going to copy it as
I'll reformat it into whatever you want. You just tell me.
Okay, well, I mean, like, would you like me to example it here, how we want it to
Yeah,
look
please,
or not?
please. Go
Or
ahead.
like, yeah, that's good. You can just drop the kgs because we know weight's going to be in kgs. And the time, that's okay. We know that's going to be minutes, seconds, milliseconds.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fine. Everything else is perfect. Except for maybe Flemington will come out, but we can do a data key for that, like Flemington, like Flem, and it just looks it up and it knows exactly what
totally.
it is.
It's a primary key for some other thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good because like otherwise that didn't make much sense when you do other ones. This is the bright tea. It's supposed to make you think better.
Ooh, that's a good call. That's a good call.
It is.
I'm into it.
Excellent.
One more here. Move. Downloads to work based on horses.
Okay, what can I do?
You can, if you like, you can imagine that there's 1,000 rows that have that, and move on to the next step of whatever you were doing there, and then I'll just like get it to go and populate a crap ton of rows, and eventually, in a couple hours, maybe at the end of the day, I'll have it working so that this starts to just crank a bunch of data.
I know how to math this. Is like what we'll do is we'll take it like for the top. I guess we put it into like a percentile, like if it's in the top 1%, because then it wouldn't. Because I don't think. Like, because that means it's like a first place finish or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can just do it that way instead of it being like that. Because, yeah, okay. And this is an ordinal variable. Okay. Well, I don't know what to do next. I forgot all that. Oh, the jockey shit. We need to figure this shit out more. Okay, we need more jockey details. So maybe that's the next thing is to figuring out how jockeys work around the world.
Yep.
Let's figure that out.
That's a cool one.
Jockey data. Jockey Australia is just lingerie. Wait, I'm looking at lingerie and you're doing work. Interesting. I didn't even know this was a
Kaz
type
is just
of
shopping.
underwear. Like, what the hell?
Oxy's just laughing at you.
Like, did you know that? I didn't know jockey profiles. Like,
okay, we're gonna start collecting data from
current Australian top performing jockeys based on win percent and place over the past 3 months. Something like this could be useful. Okay. Do you have a random ass jockey somewhere in the middle and bumfuck nowhere? Excellent. I'm going to use, maybe this is our site to look up our jockeys and then it looks it up and see if they're on here. If they're not,
do you want to see if you can find Michael D?
Michael who?
Michael D. Michaeldee.
Oh, that kind of D. Okay. Like classic spelling of Michael, yeah?
Yep.
I found the bus. I found there's 2 of them. Or there's one of them?
Which one could it be?
Michael D1. Oh my god, the way it does this is... Oh my god, this guy's had 7,727 starts and he's only won 11.3% of the time.
That's pretty good when you consider how many horses are in each race. 11%. That's like 1 in 10.
I know, but like this guy's been in 7,700 races.
Yeah.
I don't think I've done anything in my life 7,723 times. Maybe breathing. That's about it. And beating my heart.
Is place top 3?
Yeah, place is top 3.
Yeah, if you think about it, 365 days in a year, 7,000. He's
And
done
then-
more than.
Okay, but what if it's this guy?
I don't know.
That's the thing. We don't.
We
know
should
which
be able
one
to
it is.
correlate it by looking at the
Most partnered trainer.
most preferred trainer.
I guess what you could do is go back to
Do
where
we
I
want
was.
trainer in this data?
Let's just work with the jockey and then we'll check the trainer in
Okay.
later.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna try to scroll down, but it's really not letting me like have a look because I could look at this record and I'll be able to tell you, right? Is that really all I get? Is that really all I get? Yeah, we're gonna have an issue where there's. Oh, so do you have like the trainer there at all that you can see?
Yes.
Michael. Oh, it's this guy then, because this guy. This is this one because of this partner trainer.
J. Michael.
Yeah, like if you didn't connect that and this. Oh, wait, am I making shit up?
This
No.
is Patrick and Michelle Payne.
Where did my Michaels go? Where's my Michael D2? I don't have either of those as my most partner trainer. Oh well. Maybe if there's two, it just takes the average. It's terrible.
Hey, Kreggles. This is Gamba. Gamba.
This is gambling.
Is that lingo I should know? Is that
like maybe like gambling?
Oh.
No, no.
Is this no? It's not gambling. I don't know what gamba is there. We're not actually going to be doing gambling. We're going to be doing math. This is a mathy thing.
But Seb and I had this conversation where
we were like, what should we do it for?
I always speak the truth. And Seb, not like he does not tell the truth, but he has a way of. What did you say? You embellish the.
You can, you can.
You're like you just put a bit of marketing spin on what you're saying.
I mean, it's
never
completely true that we're not going to be doing any gambling. We're just going to be figuring out if we were gambling, what we should bet on, which is a completely different thing. It's not completely different. It's a little different. Gambling is the act of putting money on a thing. We're not going to be doing that.
To be fair, we've done a lot of work. I feel like we're allowed a little bit of profit.
We'll see when we get there. I don't. That's not my goal here. It's not my goal here.
It's okay. That's why he's brought me in. You know, eyes on the prize. It's just like saying, if you could count cards really well.
Yeah, I mean, practicing to count cards would still be an interesting exercise, but you wouldn't be gambling by learning to count cards, right?
But you have
That's how I feel
an
about
edge, right?
Yeah, if you were to
But
gamble.
if you couldn't count cards, so you made something that could count cards for you.
That would be cheating at gambling.
Really?
Counting cards for you, yeah.
But
if you do it in your own brain, that's
you just made something to do it for you.
Yeah, that's cheating. If you take that to a casino, yeah, for sure. You don't think so?
Well, you made it. It's your IP.
If it was external to you, if it was a system that you made and then you memorized and used a system, if it's all in your brain, it's not. But if it's something external, I feel like that is cheating. Because you can make a computer like solve the. You don't think so?
But you made it.
Yeah.
But you made it.
But it's like I could make a gun and shoot someone. It's still murder, right?
Yeah.
So if I made a system to cheat at gambling and use that, it's still like, okay,
Why are
that's
you
the straw
cheating?
man argument.
Why are you cheating though? Like if you're computing, if you made something that was exactly the same as someone's mind when they count the cards, and then they just don't have this evolutionary advantage over you.
What if we were playing cards and I made a camera and put it behind you and looked at your cards?
That's not what I'm saying.
That's okay. What are you saying? If we're talking about making like at a casino.
No, you just made a model that follows how somebody can count cards. So you don't have any evolutional advantage more than what they currently have. They're just very good at it and they can do it in their head.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. So you're talking about like...
So you just made it so you were the equivalent of somebody that could count cards and you go to the casino.
I don't know. Maybe that is still...
It'd
if
be
there's
like,
rules that say that you can't do it and you break those rules,
you
that's
can
when
run
it's
100 meters in like 12 seconds, right?
Yeah.
So I went and got surgery so I could run 100 meters in 12 seconds.
Yeah, or went
Is
and
that
synthesized.
cheating because I now run at 12 seconds just because I got surgery?
No, but if you went and synthesized some performance enhancing drug, that would be cheating, right? Even if you synthesized it yourself. It's the
Wait, so I'm allowed surgery. It's not cheating, but if I go and make a drug, now I can run 12 seconds.
It depends
it's
on
cheating.
the rules. It depends on the rules of the game. It depends on the rules of the game. I don't know. What do you think, chat? What do you all think? Hey, Armando, how you doing? They would 100% consider that cheating, says Fish. If you bring a Wi-Fi device that's made you cheat at slot machines, it's 1,000% cheating. Yeah, see, there you go. Have you heard about like cheating in chess? There was this real scandal where somebody thought like one of the participants hid something inside their body to like feed information in for the chess moves.
Okay.
Which was like, yeah, very hard to prove, but.
And did they?
It's undetermined.
Oh.
But they were playing in a way that was like statistically likely that they were.
Really?
That makes sense. Yeah. They were like making the perfect moves for all the moves in ways that humans can't.
Well then.
Okay. If you want, hold on. Okay,
Okay.
Do you want both raw text and normalized numeric columns?
This website. What other websites do we have? What is this? Pointers? We have this and pointers. How fast does web scrapping happen?
Once it's running, fairly quickly, pretty quick.
Because like we probably need to web scrap like multiple websites for like the details of the current upcoming race. But that's okay because you could just do the model in real time and tell it like this is the race that's coming up. We want all the details and it gives you the outputs for all three.
I reckon once it's up and running, it'll be half a second for each page.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. This is also one, so I'm going to check this. This is jockeys, pre-seasons, all track states conditions. Yep. I've been on this page before.
Should we capture only what's visible on the race page or also hidden data embedded?
Wow, do they actually get some of this money? That's ridiculous.
Columns were made by page.
This website's a bit clever. I can't even get to the information, so I don't know how we would web scrap here. That's this site no good.
Okay. Hello, Santa Kenobi. How you doing? 2.5 days and no more Santa. 2.5 days. What do you mean? You're going somewhere? I'm sorry I've been away for so many streams. It's good to see you back. I'm sorry we'll be missing you on after 2.5 days. What's going on? Earthquake or Seb shaking his leg
Remember,
again?
chat, if this program fails and you lose your house, you've got these designers to move. We'll have one to pick this up.
Yep, Fish Kid, we do not recommend anybody do anything based on the data that you see here, but
we might be doing stuff with the data. We will sacrifice ourselves, right? If we were, if anybody had to take a chance on it.
I'm good, thank you. I can name change again. Hold on, what? I remember your name. You haven't changed it in a hot minute. Hold on. Court. What happened? What happened, Goldie? And yes, it is me shaking, Goldie. You know me too well. You know me too well.
So,
where was my tab? There it is.
So this is an interesting. We scraped this site too. I'll send you like a link to it. So this is all the jockeys. There's like 5 pages, I think. Actually,
Oh yeah.
Maybe there's more. Let's just
Put it into the document. I'm going to focus on this one page for a while.
Yeah. Okay.
But it'll be good for later. What was SP again?
Oh, the sports.
Oh,
prediction.
the sports.
Or like I don't know. It's just a numerical value. Who we betting on? Crazy. We're not betting on anyone. We're making a model.
We are making the model without the betting, just to see if we can. Just for funsies.
Maybe this page is the lookup page. Oh, where should I put this?
It was
here.
I need to know what SP is here in a clearer way.
Just put the sports prediction, sports bet approximation. Just put sports bet and then whatever that is. Because we're going to get sports bets Neds in a 3rd place from like overseas. And then we're going to take the triangular of 3.
Okay, sports bet prediction.
Yeah, obviously. Anyway, Oh, do we want the margin? The margin is how much the horse won the race by, I think.
Oh, cool.
2 legs. So chuck that in. Margin. Maybe further up. Yeah, margin I think is important.
Margin 0.9. What the hell is a leg? Freaking
yeah, we're gonna have to
Imperials.
Yeah, you're gonna have to convert that. Oh, starting price is what the SP stands for. Starting price. Maybe put sport as starting price and then underscore SP for sports bet because we might have a starting price for like a few different places and then take the average or something.
Okay.
Yeah, perfect. All right, and the leg. Why is it in legs? How do you even calculate that shit?
I have no idea.
I'm gonna just triple check that's what that
Horse
was.
ID, jockey, barrier, place, distance, date, position, competitors, weight, age, time, sire, dam, margin.
This has actually been pretty fun. Shut up.
What? I didn't say anything.
I know you're thinking something.
Okay. Okay. To proceed.
Okay, so the margin is someone's code and review for sportsbet. This is interesting.
Let's just call our sheet data.
So the margin that you have there, that's probably important. Apparently that can be a nose, a head, a neck, or a length. So a length is the standard when you often show to one length. So I guess that's like the length, almost the length of a horse. A neck is like
we'll standardize
so.
it later.
I guess you've got. I guess yeah. If it's all in the same, you'll be able to figure it out. But,
no problemo. Okay, we can close this, and I think already from here we can start with this is going to be, we already have a program for this, I think. Files, I can go there, downloads. Actually, not even that. We're going to go work. Horsies. Don't need that. Okay, nice. Make that data. How do you guys all know so much about this? I'm such a, I know nothing about all this stuff. It is interesting, though. Existing sheet. Create a timestamp backup or write a temp file. Temp file should be fine. Also, I can't say I've ever been to, neither have I, Fish. I'm pretty good at losing money gambling. I never gamble on anything. It's just like not how I roll. I don't know how to explain it. It's just not my thing, you know? I don't like to do that. I feel like the house always wins. And in an instance like this, I feel like it's interesting to come up with a system that I'm blocking my own face here, aren't I? Hold on. Let me there we go. Now you guys can see this nice and clear. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like gambling's just a terrible thing. Who's winning the Melbourne Cup? No idea. Never did it. I'm not a betting person. I'm a data person and I'm a computer science person. I think those things are really interesting, but I'm not into betting. Temp file, that should be fine. So just make sure that we are cautious, that we are aware of operations that can corrupt data and handle them appropriately. Okay. 122. I'm gonna have to go in a minute and leave you guys with Kaz. What if a race is missing a field? Should I leave it blank or use a specific placeholder? Leave data blank. Leave missing data. Yep, that's good. What's your corruption avoidance preference now? Do you want a single row per runner append event if the name of the race/runner already exists, or should I deduplicate by a key? We should use a key. Should use a key that's distinct. If none exists, we might make it by hashing distinct together data that produces a distinct result. That'll be smart if we do it like that. So in theory, though, that means you should be really good with the odds. Yeah, I honestly, I don't think I'm not going to bet anything with this, very likely. I feel like this is just a good learning exercise to get a sense of like what the process is. It's so interesting following up with like Kaz is so smart with data science stuff. So I really am excited to like learn what her process is for this kind of thing, which will be quite cool. It'll be quite cool, and I know how to do a lot of the data processing and like that type of thing. So the only thing I really bet on is NRL, which make watching games more interesting. I am saying that last year I was doing terribly, so I lost $100 and stopped betting. Yeah, dude, don't bet. Don't bet on stuff, man. Betting's bad, in my humble opinion. It's just like, I don't know. You're just more likely to lose than to succeed unless you go to a huge amount of effort to validate your stuff. And then even then it's not enough. And I wouldn't bet on something unless I know with a really high degree of certainty that like the result's going to be good. I need to be so confident before I go ahead with something. It's just, yeah, this is the way I operate though. And it's the way I would recommend other people do it. Okay. Any more open questions? We have proceed once we have enough to get a good result.
Are we done?
Not done yet.
Damn it! What do you mean?
Not done yet. We got a little to go.
Oh, fucking sorry. Oh gosh. Okay. Well, little. We got like 5,000 things today.
Yes,
In
indeed.
theory, the thought that you should be really good with the odds.
Yeah, because we were chatting. Me and Chat were chatting.
So you weren't working.
I was working
the
and
boss
chatting.
leaves for 2 minutes and the mouse plays. Is that what I'm hearing?
I was keeping Chat entertained. The odds are better when you pull in more data, you know? Like, instead of just making a random bet and vibing, what most people do when they bet on something is they just, you know, they don't have any good evidence to support their position.
But we are going to vibe as well.
Are we?
Yeah, through the video. Looking at the horses.
Oh,
maybe.
yeah, but that's even that's not vibing, right?
That's vibing. There's a vibe of a look.
But I would not rely on it. I mean, it's intuition, but intuition is based on data, and it's going to be a reliable vibe, and it's going to be one of many factors. I wouldn't ever do it based on like just vibes, right? Just visual vibes. I don't know. I don't like to. I only when I like before we ever did anything with this, you would want to like back test it, and even then, I don't even know if I would. I guess if it was back tested and showing to be reliable, that would be such a cool outcome. It would really be a cool outcome.
You know, we could do all that, and then if it's like at the standard at which you were feeling somewhat optimistic about it, I guess that's when you got to go like, you know, as they say, hell for leather before you get. So like, if you made a model and it performed well, so then you decided to put money on it, theoretically. What, like, do betting companies just be like, you've won too much, off you go? Or
Probably.
like do they say that to you? Or
or they buy you or something like that.
Like, how does that work? Or do you have to give the money back, or you don't? They just look after
I imagine you wouldn't have to.
I would love to get in trouble because you've made something that's like broken their system. Like, wouldn't that be the best trouble you could be in? Like, you've won too much money off us.
I don't want to.
Why? Wouldn't that be the best trouble to be in? Like,
casinos will do some really nasty stuff with
we're not at a casino and we're in Australia, and it's just like a sports bet company or net.
I feel like it gets tangled up with crime and all sorts of.
What do you mean?
Stuff.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll handle it, Seb. I'll be the front man. You stand.
Somehow I actually would feel comfortable with that.
Notorious for banning constant winners. But like, say they ban me, But then I could just give Faz put a bet on for me and she wins. And then we got crazy. He can put the bets on for us and we just keep going around and then we're just going to have heaps of money. Like, I don't see any bad. Or then we say 100K. The mafia boss is like, he's going to let me have 1 mil. I'll be like, give me 1 mil and I won't sell it. Otherwise, I'm selling it on the dark web and everyone's going to like one up your business. And then
we should look at what happened with the guy that had that museum in.
I reckon you sell it back to Sportsbet, or you sell it back to a betting company,
you could.
and then you show them your behind the scenes of how your
Or they
shit
can just
works.
go and watch this stream and then be like, "Oh, fine, we'll just do what they did."
Yeah, okay.
Done. And then they'll fix their problem, and then the machine wins, and we'll all be sad.
But we got to win before then, Seb. But maybe if we win small amounts, they must have it so they can track the user accounts. So we have to make new user accounts every 3 months. We should just be smart. Like, why the fuck not? Like, why don't we just, like, if it actually did, hypothetically, perform well, we just make a new account that the money goes to and a new username. And we just rotate between us.
I
But
feel like
it all gets pulled to the one
these are
place.
not now problems.
Okay.
These are future problems.
Okay. Lazy people make the best inventions. That's what they say.
True. You really want like smart, lazy people. They solve problems in persistent ways. That's the cool thing about that. How am I doing for time? 30 minutes, and I need to duck out for a 3:10.
Oh, you got heaps of time.
Excellent. Heaps of time, as you say. Hackermans. Where's the
Hot shot
horse column? True.
Don't wait. That'll be the output of our model. That'll be the
That'll
output.
be the
the output
result.
will be like, this is the hot shot. The hot shot GG. That's what we'll call it. The output column. Okay, so, yes.
Location.
So, for you, I had that website and then this website, and we will triangulate that variable. So, maybe I'll tell you exactly what I want from you. That would be really nice of me, wouldn't it? Yes, it would. And then jockeys. What's that? Jockeys. Oh.
Oh, we had a follow. Yo. Who followed? I can't even see these. Bella! Oh my god, an hour ago Bella resubbed and I didn't see it.
It's okay. It was an hour ago and it's only one resub.
I'm sorry.
She'll be right.
No, Bella's awesome and I...
Yep, and she'll be right.
Sorry
she's
that
awesome, she won't mind. I'm
That's
sure she
true.
resubbed because she wanted to resub, not for the recognition of resubbing.
That's
so
true
let's
too.
not worry about
we
that.
don't have any alerts either.
Let's not worry about that either.
Nava baby, thank you for the follow if you're still around. I appreciate it.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Strike rate. I wonder what that is. Stars. Okay, this is the same shit. So
Which might be used.
let's copy this and chuck you here. Web scrapping. These two websites. Okay. So
Just populate. That's it. He's fired.
this is Donald Trump. Did you used to watch The Apprentice? I used to love the challenges
You're
that
fired.
they did.
I can't
used to
believe that a
give them-
reality TV show person is now the president of the United
He
States.
used to like give them like a list of like 10 items, and they had to go around all of London to find these 10 items. And they're very like bespoke random items. And it was whichever team could find the items for the cheapest. They'd all come back at the end of the day, and then they'd be like, okay, this is what we found, like this is what we got. And like it's all about like how they'd huggle people down or do an exchange and that sort of thing, and like monitor their time and that. It was actually really well done.
Yeah, that sounds fun. That sounds
Yeah.
fun. Hey, Wicked Steel, good to see you. Fairly different stream today, guys.
Is it?
Fairly
It's you
different
at a
stream
computer,
today.
which is all your streams. How is it any different?
It's very different from my other streams.
To
don't you
me,
think?
I'm just like, when you're like, it's such a different stream. I'm like, Seb, you're at a computer. It's the same stream
It's
you
the,
always
yeah,
do.
it's
Maybe
the
the
same
content's
stream.
different.
That's
But
true.
I'm like, you're at a computer.
The content is different, but yeah, it is always just me at a computer. That's true. That's true. Sometimes, I don't know, one time I restreamed fastest. It was the terriblest stream ever. Remember the one
Oh, you
where
did the
Dolly came and I tried to just like restream from my phone? It was just didn't work at all.
I don't really remember that.
Yeah, it was terrible. But it was
You
the
seem to re-
soccer
you
game.
seem-
The soccer
You
game.
seem to remember it haunting you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I didn't think that. I thought we ended up with Dolly's internet on Faz's phone. I didn't know that was even your stream.
I then had my phone
Yeah.
restreaming my screen that had her stream. And then I
Oh.
had bad internet, and so it was just like constantly dropping out the whole
gotcha.
time.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Is it frozen? Because like, I'm not smiling like that.
Yeah, the video streamers, but the
They
chat
can
is
hear
fine.
us, so that's okay.
Yeah. Wicked still saying hi. Hey Snolzy, how you doing? Good to see you. Man, I'm gonna have trouble gigantifying your emote today, but I'm gonna do it. Just you wait. I'm not gonna gigantify, but I am going to just.
Maybe now's not the time for that one.
We have a ritual. We have a ritual, Snolzy and I. Where is it? Rituals must be upheld.
The good news is me and Snolzy don't have a ritual. So like, does that just make like a beneficial neutral for right now?
Okay, fair enough. If I can't find it in the next 5 seconds, which I can't. 2,
It's gonna haunt you. Just find
3,
it then.
4.
This is in 5 seconds.
5,
Definitely
alright,
5.
it's
Now
over.
you're breaking a word to me.
Yep.
Oh, what hurts more? Not upholding that, or like wanting to go back in there and do
Keeping
that?
my
and-
word. I
Really,
must keep
keep
my
your
word.
But you
Yep.
just broke a ritual.
Goldie did it for me. Thank you, Goldie. It's not gigantified.
So wait, it's
but
better to break a ritual and keep your word than to
yes,
really.
absolutely.
Oh, because a ritual you can just start again. Like it's like a habit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Snolzy still did it anyway. This is Snolzy's thing. Every time he comes in, I gigantify his emote,
Yeah.
and he goes, yeah! It has the yeah emote as well. Uh-huh.
I see.
Yeah.
Thank you, Wicked. That's funny. Oh, that's
Um,
funny. That's funny. Okay.
He's not mean. She's not mean, Kaz.
She's not
Kaz
mean,
is
Kaz.
not- what am I
That was a
saying?
terrible English.
Fish, Kaz is not mean. It's fine.
I was just asking, like, where the order of like loyalty laid of like or
Keeping my
value.
word is really important too.
Yeah, the
More
value
important
of
than
the two
ritual.
things.
Yeah.
Like, I was just, like it sounds mean, but like I was just genuinely curious, and now I know. Like,
Yeah.
he'd rather break a ritual than his word. His word means a lot more. So like
Yes.
that's valuable information.
Yes. Right now, SP
So
is
gets
just
way
on the page.
excited way too easily. He does.
I do.
But that's a good thing. I think it's good to be excited and have lots of energy about mundane, boring things. Because
This is not mundane or boring.
No, this isn't. But like sometimes you look at the ceiling and you're like, why is it so funny up there? But like those sort of things, I think are like I don't know. It's good. It's good. Imagine if we weren't in that entertained by it, then it would be a really boring stream. If you're excited about something, you put more effort into it because you have more energy,
Mm-hmm.
and that'll make it like come across better.
Yep. Oh, the other thing, which I haven't done here and still should probably do before we move on to this next step, is talk about pagination. Pagination! Do you know what pagination is?
No.
It's where they do this thing and they have the you go like page 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's new data, and what it does is like encodes into a different URL, and then you can figure out usually the URL format
From the
from this,
Yeah.
and then that's going to be part of our
Well,
iteration
you're
loop.
gonna have to also do like the F11 and find the objects and stuff, right? For the thing, or you
Yes,
don't need that
correct,
so much.
correct.
Yeah.
I will be doing
Okay,
that,
I
but
do
I'll,
need that.
like honestly, what I think we're going to be able to do is just like W get this.
Yeah, that
And
race
then-
one will just be like a loop, right? And then you'll just plus, like, you know what I mean? Go through, and then you loop through each of the page until you can't find
Exactly.
one. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you're just gonna find that. Yeah, I get you. Just gonna find the static part. Yes.
Yep.
Whew. Fuck. And I've listed you another 2 websites that need web scrapping for the jockey data.
Excellent. Web scrapping.
Web scraping.
Mm-hmm.
I've always wanted to web scrap something,
Well,
and now
I'm going to be doing this in a pretty
indirectly
like
web scrapped it.
Yeah, like I'm not even going to directly be doing the web scraping at this point. I feel like in the past I would have booted up Selenium and written a bunch of things to go look
That's
for
the
IDs
only
and
way I
stuff
knew
like that.
that we would be the web scraping. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
in this case, I'm actually going to. I think
It's okay.
GPT 5.2 might be good enough to do this itself.
Okay.
And so
Yeah.
I'm just going to direct it to go look at
The
all
thing
these
is,
different columns.
this process has to be quite reliable because what we want is to be able to do this
Oh, yeah.
multiple times over like a series of time.
Absolutely. Yeah. And we should be able to do it historically, but then also be able to do this so just like on a regular basis we set up a Linux machine that has a scheduled task that fires up this algorithm to run it and
Yeah.
keep populating
Nice.
that.
Nice.
I'm even tempted for that reason to do this as a sheet instead of a document,
Yeah.
which could be useful because then we can always just access the data.
Yeah,
and it's always
I
current.
actually like that idea. We can put it in like a shared spot and then we'll access it.
Yeah.
And then can just have it as a like export as a CSV.
But that
and it just
introduces
refreshes.
complexity, and I think you can compartmentalize that part of the problem anyway. So step one is just make it work with a local CSV file.
Yeah.
And then
It'll be
there,
interesting to see how quick it does like a few of the races and stuff.
Yeah.
Because that's now, but like, I don't know. And how far back we've got this data. Because like this website looked like that a year ago. 2 years ago. It looked like that, not the last Melbourne Cup, but the Melbourne Cup before that. So
Yeah.
it's possible. Like you can
The
find
website might also, over time, the site itself might
It'll change
and break.
eventually, but right now it's got that, so there's much information that we can
Yeah.
grab from now to like when we come back
Yeah.
and do this again, and that'd be great, real time data and past results.
Yep.
Because what we're gonna have to do is have to go get all these results, and then it'll be cool because we'll know how these horses finish. Because that first race that you're already on, the one race you're on now, it's already been run, so we know the placement.
Yeah.
So that's perfect for our training
Right.
data set because we have the answers. So we'll delete that column from the data and then we'll put it back in once our model runs and we'll see how close our model is to. That's so exciting. So
It is pretty cool.
We could literally just make a shitty little model right now with what we have and see how well it did from like the first race.
Very true. Very
Except
true.
We don't have any data, but that's okay because but you know what I mean. Why is it meant to look like that?
Yes.
Lies.
It is. That's our This is just our.
I thought a blue screen. It looked like that when it blue screen. Did you see it? Like it had pink.
Yeah,
That's why I was like,
that's the base 64 encoded Excel data inside of the spreadsheet.
Oh.
I wanted to look at this, but this is just like our file browser thing. Okay. So let's see.
Okay. So you got that. Then we got the jockeys. Okay. What do we do about a jockey that we're gonna want to know?
Good question.
So we got their prize money, their starts, their strike rate. So I think we gotta have their name, their starts. Starts is important because then we got it, and then the times they come first, second, third, and fifth. That's fine. What the strike rate is. See, like a properly well-designed website would have like how this feature is calculated strike rate.
I keep trying to like drink this in a way that it floats this away from the, but I'm not. I'm failing.
I've eaten most of mine.
You've eaten most of yours.
Mm.
Maybe I should just do that.
I just commit to it. It sticks a little. There's like apricots in there.
Okay.
It's basically a bubble tea minus the bubbles.
True. Plus some more other organic matter.
Yeah, all biodegradable. That's fine. Okay, let me do.
It's really insisting on separating out race level fields and runner level fields. It's gone ahead and done something I didn't want it to do. Okay.
Okay, So the strike rate doesn't actually tell me the math behind it. It just says what it is. How often a jockey wins relative to their total rides, but of course the top jockey, ride top horses, and top players are not short odds / inflated strike rates.
Let's just run
Trainers
it, actually.
and owners want elite riders on their best chances, so the cream naturally rises to the top.
What's that? Cream rises to the top.
I was talking though, so there's a column for the jockeys called strike rate.
Right.
But then they're saying like it's their wins relative to their total rides. But of course, top jockeys ride the top horses, and top horses equal shorter odds, which equal inflated strike rates. Trainers and owners want elite riders on their best chances. So the cream naturally rises to over the past 2 years. Pure strike rate, Willie Pike and James McDonald sit on top about 25%, one win every 4 rides. But here's the real question. Are the top jockeys generally better riders or just beneficiary of better horses?
That's actually a very interesting question, isn't it? That is a very interesting question.
This guy analyzed 40k races with 46,000
So
horses.
what did he discover? That's actually interesting.
Top jockey win, minimum of 50. He has this guy, and that other guy's not there. Method. He did a compare like for like. For each jockey, I grouped the horses they rode and compared how the same horses performed under other riders. This isolates those jockey influences from horse quality. Top jockeys by strike rate differential, SDR. Take Jogo. He had 1,000 rides across 600 horses. His strike rate was 24%. Other jockeys on the same horse, 15.2%. That gives J Mac strike difference of plus 4.8. A clean measure of added value. Standouts.
That's actually so fascinating that one person in like whatever he's doing on that horse improves its performance by up to nearly 10%. Wow.
Well, I think experience is important for racing as well because, like, it's all about like the position of the horse, where it starts, and like how
When
it
to
goes through
push
the
it
rate
and-
and that.
yeah.
And like, I guess
Yeah.
if you're like very good at what you're doing, you're probably more in tune with that. And like, if you're not that experienced, or like one of those people, it's the first time riding the Melbourne Cup, they've probably never ran the 3,200 meter race. And like, do they train it outside of it? Who knows? Anyway, the data confirms that the eye test already tells Will Pike is still benchmark. His strike marks on his mount is 25%, while other riders on the same horse manage 12%.
Dude.
That's another dominance in anyone's
12%.
language.
How's that? That's kind of wild. That's very cool. That's super interesting. I think I'm actually going to start this thing running fairly quick. I could refine the product requirements a lot more, like the requirements of this algorithm, but I'm just going to let it go and see what happens.
Yeah, sure. So it reckons like often prices, what does this say? Look for mid-tier riders with strong SRDs before the market catches on. And it says, look, so there's things like that we could do, but that's interesting. So basically I can use this strike field is fine to be using. But that was interesting little analysis that this guy did.
Yeah.
Must be hard to find other jockeys, other rides.
Soon we're going to have some windows popping up and data getting fed in.
Oh,
see what happens.
Exciting.
Yeah. Might even move this to its own new workspace.
Maybe somehow you could give me data before you disappear for your meeting. Then I could do stuff.
That would be cool if I can pull that off.
Even if it's a small amount.
There we go.
I've seen stuff. It looks good. Sebcam? Go. Sebcam.
Sepcam, engage.
Let me just look up.
What was it called?
What?
Here, horses, boom. Okay, that's some data.
Really?
There's some missing though.
Yeah, I believe that. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I think I did the barrier thing. I did put it in your output, but I didn't put it in the other one. Oh, I did do the barrier. It's struggling with the position because in yours it's just the place. I think it's called place, and it doesn't know to separate the two. So you'd have to ask it to do that separately. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. So let's just compare what it actually found. Clawfield. Okay, yep. Clawfield. Distance. I'm going to change this up. And go here. Okay, then we've got codex. Okay. Trigger a capture. Screenshot. Straight to clipboard. We're going to go for...
Hey, Dev.
Hello, hello.
Okay, so this one doesn't have this strike rate, so you're just gonna have to calculate it, but it's easy enough to do. All they do is, it's got place percentage, runs. Oh, let me just check if this is the same. No, it's not. Interesting. Do you reckon calculating the strike rate is better or the place percentage?
What is the
both.
strike rate? Like
The
how
strike
successful
rate
they are?
was the the total first. So this guy's got 101 first, and it's divided by the total runs or races that horses had.
Is this for the jockey or for the horse?
Oh, the jockey.
Okay.
361. So that would be like 29.98% for his strike rate.
Okay.
So that's what it uses. Otherwise, you can use place percentage. So we could try both and see.
Yeah.
But
true.
I guess this is the win percent, you know? Like, so.
Win percent and place percent. Is place percent top 3?
It must be. Must be top 3. So yeah, we can do win. Oh, it's win and strike rate are the same words, but these calculated the same way. So this site uses win, and this other site uses the strike rate, but they're the same
hold
thing.
on. You could figure this out. Like
Yeah, like
Right,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, we can figure that out. Yes, yes.
This is good. But
Plus 39 equals 206. So 206 divided by the 361. Yeah, you're right. So places first, second, or third. So there's a place.
yeah,
Because that's going to be our output metric almost.
yeah. But this is just for the jockey.
This is just
To
for the
see the
jockey.
jockey's historical stuff is actually going to be very interesting.
The jockey stuff. So instead of putting the jockey name in, we're going to use that jockey name and we're going to put it into this, and it's
And we
going to
can
come
have a
back with a
separate table,
percentage.
yeah.
It might even come back with 3 percentages. It might be the strike rate and the win percent.
Yeah.
But usually, what happens is, I think maybe we want a place, right? Like, because you got to like. Our output is going to be if it can secure a place, because we think that's better. What is more precise than a place is the win percentage.
That is true. That is
like,
true.
does this make more difference than this? Because you don't want two features that are multi
Right.
They have like collinearity, so you don't want to make two features that are very similar. But we can do one or the other, or we could put both in there and see how they perform. But if they're too highly correlated, it won't work. So we can check afterwards.
We can collect the data and then, honestly, this is calculated. It's derived from this.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
So we can ignore all of that and then just use this data, and then you can calculate it another whatever way you care about.
Yeah, but we would like do either one of these probably just to start with.
Right.
I just don't know which one, but we can work with it.
I mean, wouldn't you do it based on what you like? This is a distribution. This is a probability
Correct.
distribution. So we may as well just roll with that and ignore the whether it's first or second or third. You can try a bunch of different. Like, what are the odds of him getting? You could have the odds of them getting any particular column, like odds of first, odds of second, odds of third, odds of fourth, odds of fifth.
Yeah.
And then like average those or something, or like not average them, but yeah, you could even average those, and this would make sense.
Yeah.
Or have it as a distribution curve of probability, and then see what the odds of them producing a result in any particular.
Well, this is I think where you might get like your accuracy for like how I showed you that graph that has like predicting the responses from one survey to another, and then it's on that Likert scale of 1 to 4, and you're like, okay, we're looking for first place, right? How often is it that they're like below that? So then you get a bit of idea.
Yeah.
Different classes.
Yeah.
But like this isn't really the same as that. I guess these are ordinal values too. You got like a lot more of them.
Yeah. Are you taking the different classes into consideration? Hold on. What do you mean by that, Crazy? Your hyper mode looks a bit like you're getting electrocuted. It does. It does. Whenever I get excited, I basically go, get electrocuted. It's true.
Like Frankenstein.
Yeah. Okay, let's start with the first missing field date. Please select the screenshot. So, when we give it the date, what do we actually care about? We are caring about this here.
Okay.
Crap jar. Screenshot. Snap with editing. Let me edit, damn it. Pen. That.
Like, am I stupid? But how do you draw an arrow with another arrow? I'm stupid. Like, how do I put two arrows together? Who cares? A bit messy, but that'll do. Okay, from this we want. Yep, the runs as start.
Different classes into consideration. What do you mean by classes, Crazy? What do you think Crazy meant?
No clue.
4th of Where exactly did we get that? There we go. Okay. Snap with editing. Copy. The it's highlighted in red.
Okay, that's good enough. Okay.
Competitor's value is position is fourth. Competitor's value is highlighted in is number 12. E.g. placed fourth of 12 competitors. Okay, nice. Next field, age. This one's going to be weird and tricky because it's part of the bio, right? Yeah. Do we care about the gelding and stuff like that? We don't actually have that as a column yet.
Yeah, I think you did over there, like with the color and stuff. Like, oh, you don't age?
No.
Oh yeah, age, and then you got the siren. The dome. Yeah, you can drop. Yeah, I think you should put that.
Does it
in there.
matter?
Well,
Yeah, I can do
well,
it.
the one's the sex of the horse.
Yeah.
I don't know if it matters. It might matter. The model will tell us if it matters.
Yep.
Just put him in there for now.
Yep.
You can remove later.
Okay.
It might not have very much influence on the model.
Next is time. Okay. Next field, sire. I didn't know those words. I'm learning new words. Sire and dam.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mother, father, and mother. What is it? Stallion and mare? Stallion and mare. So this guy, he did he actually got like his data from, he's an actuarist. So
An actuarist.
yeah, so he does like risk modeling.
Oh.
And then he decided to fuck around with like this betting company.
Mm-hmm.
So he was looking at the SP, which was the starting prediction value or whatever,
Right.
whatever that was.
Right.
He was, because that indicates a favorite, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah,
he
yeah.
wanted
Anytime
to check.
he can get better than that number, he can, he can
Yeah.
beat them.
I don't know if that's what he was calculating. He just wanted to know if a favorite usually does perform better, and it makes sense to bet on the favorite all
Does
the
it?
time. Yeah, so this is the column here where the average SP odds was like 1.7 all the way down to 101, and the actual being actual winner divided by the expected winner minus 1, and the strike rate for the actual winners divided by
That's
the number.
fascinating. How did that actually pan out?
Like the second highest odds, 2.9 odds, had more of a win chance. And 1.4 also had a good win chance. So even if we focused on this area, that'd be interesting. So odds from 4.4 down to 1.7 for a place is very likely to get you an expected win. It's very interesting. So this was taken from 32,186 races.
That would be built into the
Their betting predictions.
Yeah. So like betting on it wouldn't get you any ahead or behind though, would it? If it's
well,
unless you can
I
be
think
more
you're going to
confident
go
than
up
that.
incrementally, very slowly, like your money. You know what I mean? Because like if you put $50 on there, what do you get back? Like 7 cents or something. Like it's 7 cents. You get like something small back.
Right.
You don't. You
yeah.
get
So identifying
back.
when they're wrong is good. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think we're trying to identify when we're wrong. We're just trying to identify which horse is likely to win. That'll give us money theoretically. And doing so might mean that we do bet the favorite a lot of the time.
Hey, Magic Message, how you doing? Okay,
but we need to automate that too.
Mod actions. How you doing? We are betting. No, we're not betting, but we're doing math. We're doing math. Fun math. Hold on. Fast fee rated. Oh my god, we are not paying close enough attention.
No, we were talking about.
When did that happen?
Was reading.
When did that happen? Oh my god.
Fee.
Fazzy, thank you. How you doing? Corporate world.
In America.
I'm fine. Gone. That's good. That's good. Like 2 minutes ago.
Oh my god, she's not here.
Sorry. We're so sorry.
She's abandoned us.
I rated us there. Okay. Thank you, Ray.
Thank you very much.
Wait, doing
Ray rated on behalf of Fast Feed?
I guess.
You can do that.
Like
That's
2 minutes.
So
I didn't even realize, Ray. Thank you. Thank you. How is everyone? We're doing really nerdy stuff. We're doing super nerdy stuff. Let's do the tour. Hold on. We can do, look at our cool scene. This is Kaz. I am Seb. Hello. Welcome in. We are in the process of, well, do you want to pull up that sheet, Kaz? This is what we're doing. We're doing some mathy stuff to try and figure out, we're essentially trying to figure out how to beat the odds on horse racing stuff with math. Not that we're actually going to do betting, so we're not doing any betting here, guys, but what we are doing is figuring out the different variables that will affect things to try and get a process here where we can build models on anything. Because I think there are so many cool things where if you use math and science, you can help the world, or you can get ahead, or you can make smarter decisions in life. And that's pretty much what we're doing, is figuring out what a process is that we can use to do that. And as good a thing as any is horsies, because there's a lot of data available for that. So that's what we're doing.
Yes.
And so that's optimizing horse racing. Yeah, we're basically just trying to, I really want to learn about so I should go to SebCam. So I really want to learn what the process is like, so that I can, I don't know, like do it myself one day, or there's a lot of really absolutely fascinating things that happen here, and Kaz is very good at that mathy stuff. I don't know much about it, so I'm kind of figuring it out as I go. But the part of the problem I'm actually working out is like, how do we get data into that Kaz can actually do math on? So I'm trying to figure out how to populate this by getting information off the internet. And then Kaz is working out what the math will be like by, doing all her fancy stuff, all the fancy stuff I will learn from. So yeah, that's kind of what's up. And oh my God, I can't believe that we missed a raid from Faz for so long. That's so yeah, very nerdy things, very different from what you've probably just come and see Faz doing. What was Faz up to, guys? How's she doing in America land?
I don't even know
I hope
if she
she's
was
having
streaming.
fun.
I think she just raided. Like, I don't even think she was streaming.
No, she was
Oh, she was
raiding.
streaming?
Yeah, she was streaming for sure.
Oh,
Because she
okay.
wouldn't have raided with like 100 and how many did it say? 153.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
So you got a really big stream. I'm about to go combine my
She's
stream
in
with your
America.
stream.
Wow.
She in America doing America things. How's her America things? Okay, I think I've got another. I hate time zones. I hate these time
Wait,
zones.
does that really go to 5?
Hmm?
Or 4?
Oh, it's not going to run that long.
Oh,
I think
maybe we could stop here then and then continue another day.
I've got heaps of time before then, I think. We can definitely do that if you want.
Yeah,
but-
I mean, like, stop when your meeting is.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah,
then
if
I'll
you
pack
like.
up and go because I'll go soccer
Yeah, true,
and
true,
stuff.
true.
And I'll need to eat. And that. Chatting, playing Cult of the Lamb. Ooh.
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 I know the guys from Cult of the Lamb, the massive monster dudes. I would love to do a dev interview with them one day. That would be actually absolutely fascinating. I'm so keen on that. So
Uh-huh.
yeah, I got an hour before that thing. So we
Yep.
got an hour more. I reckon I'll actually get some data before then.
Of course.
Definitely gonna get some data before then. Okay, so SP, that will be let's see. SP is this.
Oh, thank you, Magic. I'm doing one. What day is it? I'm doing one to Sunday. I'm doing one on Sunday. I'm going to the park.
Yeah, she's
fancy
got some
training.
Yeah, the soccer streams have been going off, haven't they, guys?
Actually, I haven't streamed in ages. This is like my first streaming for ages. Like, I don't think I've streamed for like a week and a half.
Yeah, well,
It's been busy.
I also haven't.
Yeah,
This is my first stream in ages. Last night was the first stream in like 2 weeks for me.
Yeah, okay.
Which
so
is
we're about
wild.
the same on that front then.
Yep. I'm looking forward to getting a little more locked in and doing more streams, though.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard to keep on top of it all, but
Yeah.
and there are other priorities. I reckon other ways of spending my time. The ways I've spent my time, I've been really happy with.
Yeah.
But when you have like, I had such a good streaming period over Christmas,
Yeah.
and then it was like, and then I just like smoke bombed to go do things in Brisbane.
Oh.
Dev interviews would be based. I think that'd be sick.
Devin.
Yeah, right,
Right.
Stevie. She is modeling both with mathematics and with her fantastic outfit and cool vibes.
Who said something?
Stevie. He ain't wrong. He ain't wrong. He
just needs
is
to go
not
over that
wrong.
like that, but I'm like, it can't go like that. But anyway,
That is getting quite chaotic.
It
yes.
is getting chaotic, so that could just go on the side there. Chuck that back there. I don't think they need to be on top, but you get the idea how they overlap.
No,
and interrhyme.
I get it. That's
So
pretty
I'm
cool.
just gonna move them to the side, so it makes
Yeah,
sense.
that like I think what you're doing does actually make a lot of sense. You can kind of think quite clearly about what you've got going on there.
What you need, I guess. Okay. Cool.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
So that's that. That's got that in it. That's got that in it. Then we're gonna have that with this. So that'll be some variables that output.
We already have
Next
had
thing.
2 dev interviews on this channel. I know, and I need more of them. What
is a dev in it? Is that like dev?
Like like with a developer,
Oh.
with game developers, and like
Okay.
We
Never mind.
had-
Well, when I think of dev, I'm like, I think that's what you mean, but I'm not. I'm just making sure.
No, I know that there's so much
4.40
ambiguity that happens with
and less
that.
than. So, see, like, so you know how I talked to you about that power rule?
Yeah.
So, like cookies and happiness.
Yeah.
So what you do is like you'd put this on a linear equation, like a linear line, and then you'd triangulate and you'd find like your actual, so your
Yeah.
sweet spot where you should bet, where you possibly make money.
You
'Cause
should tell
this
Chad about
isn't-
cookies and happiness.
Cookies
Yeah.
and happiness.
And use a
You-
diagram.
you
That was
could
really
tell them about
interesting.
Cookies and happiness.
Okay.
Because then it's what have you learned?
Okay. Oh no, not again. All right, I'm restarting it again
Oh no.
because I don't know if chat can see, but look, chat. That's not good. That's a bad blue screen right there. That's a problem. That's a problem. That's blue screen of death.
Maybe I can make something that shows it.
It's like a memory corruption blue screen. We need to get the ones from PAX out. You're 100% right, Goldie. You're really, really, really right about that. Not seen one that bad. Yeah, it's not even a Windows one. That was a Linux one. Pretty rare event for the Linux to blue screen like that.
Unbelievable.
I've only ever seen it today twice. Oh.
You could do it this way, right? Ooh, I'm so happy.
Yeah,
Like
that's
on a 1 to 10 scale.
how
Yeah.
cookies am I?
Like how happy you?
How happy am I?
You know what I
I'm at a
mean?
good
yeah.
like
Or you
8.5,
could do it this way, and then you
9
could
maybe.
graph the data, and then you could show the way you want to hit the
Yeah,
power. But
yeah,
you
yeah,
could,
yeah.
Do you know what? To do it even quick and dirty, you could just do it this way. Where's your thing? This thing, and you come down here. Imagine. Oh, that's an arrow. I don't want that. I want a. Oh my god.
Then I need that one to restore that. And are we back?
Do you rotate? What's a rotate, so?
What's a rotate?
Like what's a rotate?
Move
This?
move the cursor to the top right handle a little further past it. Yeah.
Wow. Is that how you do it?
Uh-huh.
Mine is. It's not straight, but it will.
There we go.
Is that like common in something and I just don't know that it's common?
Yeah, and like I think in a lot of photo editing tools and stuff like that, that's what you get. So how do you guys rate the stream setup here with like the two windows and the flexible like drop in drop out computers? I think that's pretty sick. I really like the setup that we got going here. The fact that you can see us both and I can go Kaz cam, bam, Seb cam, wow, just camera. I don't know, I think it's pretty neat. Something thrown together fairly fast. Ten out of 10 setup. Nice. Fish likes it. I like your fish guy. He's a keeper.
He's a fishing.
We're not going to throw that fish back.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, 0. Okay, whatever. It can go back there. I'm honestly trying to set this up. It's really trying to. Oh, there we go. You can delete that. No, I can start like that. Okay. I feel like everyone's going to be like, this doesn't apply to me. Well, I can only see issues with this school. But I like 8 cookies. Anyway, but
Yeah, it's good. Hello, Dancy.
simplistic design.
Good to see you. Welcome in. Actually, we might be able to raid Danzy for once. She always raids me, and I never manage to raid her because I never stream at an appropriate time.
Sounds like you, actually.
That does sound like me. Okay. Current race versus recent start. Current race before data.
I just don't have enough data at the moment.
The stream's way louder. Yeah, my stream probably I should just like raid into this stream at this point. Yeah, there's going to be an issue with my input volume, but whatever. Probably in an hour, a little bit less. Okay, for race and distance, should these come from recent starts first row for the current race card? Okay, hold on.
Okay. I've taken forever to make this graph for you, sir,
but now we'll understand what we're doing. You're also a perfectionist. This is a perfect graph. This is very cool.
Definitely not. I want this on the 10. I feel like these could have more space with them.
You should see the charts I make in this. They're so just like scribbled together in no time at all.
They probably should be. I was just going to free draw it and then I started doing this. Now I'm stuck doing this. And this is not even our data. Like, this is how silly it is. It's not even our data set. It's for a concept we don't even know if we're going to use.
I reckon we'll be using it.
You reckon?
Probably.
Really? Okay.
Sorry, Danzy. Then we'll probably be wrapping up before that.
So we're not rating someone now. We're rating people. We're not rating.
Oh, we can raid. We'll raid someone. Well, I'll raid someone. I don't know what you'll do with your crowd, but I reckon I'll raid out to someone.
Of course. Okay, that's
so
it.
Barrier, jockey, wait.
And then maybe.
Okay, so let's for distance and race. These should come.
Oh, this is going to be hard.
Yeah.
So.
From the highlighted items in the screenshot. Okay. Distance.
Are you streaming again tonight?
Probably not.
Really?
I might go to the gym.
Whoa.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like exercise is good for the head. Okay. I need to keep that up, and I skipped it yesterday because my arms were so sore.
Yeah. Okay, there you go. It's ready for you to articulate.
Ready.
You can go to. No, you're articulating.
Hold on.
Here.
Okay, all right.
Are you ready to draw and explain?
Yes.
I was just creating for you.
Oh, whoops. Hold on, I took the whole thing.
I mean, it's very simple. Everyone knows how graphs work, right?
Well, not everyone. Everybody learns about it at some point. We could be the people teaching them.
I think you learn about this in year 7, guys. But it's a refresher.
Who knows? Maybe somebody younger than a year 7 student is here. It's possible. It's possible. It could be a thing. All right. So
This graph is the best graph.
it's a great thing because my palms were sore, my arms were sore, my whole arms were sore, and yeah, it's a decent reason to skip. I could have gone, and I was busy. All right, give me a break. Give me a break. Happiness graph is the best graph. Yes. Well, that's because we know that the more cookies we consume, the happier we get, right? But there's a point.
Apparently.
There's a point of diminishing returns for cookie happiness, as you can see from our chart, right? One cookie, I was pretty happy, but I'm not that happy. I'm a little bit happy. Two cookies, I'm a bit happier. Three, starting to get really, really happy. Five, I'm just peak happiness. And then, but by like nine, I start to get full and I'm unhappy. But in this metaphor, what we're trying to do is like identify a relationship in data between the number of cookies that we consume and how happy we feel, right?
I guess in this context, like cookies might be something different, and happiness might be something different,
But
more so related to horse racing.
The same
Exactly.
principles,
but the
though.
principle applies. The concept is the same. It's just easier to interpret.
Interpret,
this.
yeah. So for us trying to figure this out, what we're actually going to be doing, in essence, when we do this, and we're doing this with horse racing, but we'll be able to do it with anything if we have a good enough process. And this is why I'm so fascinated to learn. Is Kaz is going to be she's going to be essentially teaching me through the use of all of the math that she learned in her uni degree and that she uses on a day-to-day basis, how to create this relationship line, so that you can figure out what the optimal number of cookies is to consume to be as happy as you possibly can. So next stream, I'll bring cookies along just to illustrate the point, of course.
Oh yeah, okay.
But so this will be,
graph will look very different.
and if I'm understanding this right, Kaz, if I'm understanding this right, it's going to be a matter of every one of these variables that we're going to be looking at. For instance, if we jump to my stream and I show hold on. So where's our... So there's a spreadsheet here where we have a bunch of different columns. Every column is going to have a different graph like this. And so we're going to have this graph for a whole bunch of different columns. And then we're going to try and aggregate the values for each of the columns to see how all these different influences produce the outcome in a way that models the best predictor for the result of this thing. So we're modeling it just now for cookies in this chart, but there's going to be one for a million different things, such as let me even pull it up. Not Figma, files.
Oh, you use Figma as well. I love Figma. Figma,
great.
you know how you've seen that Sankey chart I made? Do you know what a Sankey chart is?
No.
You do. It's like the flow chart.
Ah.
This. You remember I showed you seen this? One of these? This Sankey? Remember I made this? I made that on Figma.
Ah, did you?
Yeah.
I didn't even know you could do that.
Oh,
that's
I
pretty
use
sweet.
like if I want to make like a nice illustrative thing, I use Figma for it.
Okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Mm.
Okay, so here, if we go look at, so everyone, in the same way that we have cookies and happiness, there'll be a different row that relates here to every one of the values here. So for instance, the position is going to be equivalent to a number of cookies, right? And so if on average you see a certain number of position ranks for a particular participant in the race, then the predictor for the cookie improves in that particular place, right? And so is that a good way to describe it?
Not really, but it's fine because it will work for some of the variables that we will do this.
Yeah.
Because the whole point of this graph is to actually interpolate and solve for x. So we want to find on our graphs where we have variables like this, we want to find the top, the highest part of the slope.
Yeah.
And then we want to write a rule that's going to find us that in the data. So we can find that and we will match this to outcome that we're interested in.
Yeah. So essentially, although we, in principle it works with cookies, this could be like distance.
So if you did like the jockey, for instance.
And like position. So we'll be trying to figure out.
Potentially, yeah, you could do it like that. Yeah, that's a good idea.
And this is that means every chart per horse.
Mm.
And then we'll do this for every horse in the race.
according to every different variable, and
Yeah.
then sum all of that together essentially
This
to get a
is
predictor
what
on.
happens inside the black box. So you'll never know exactly how it's doing it or
Right.
what it's doing, but it'll do something that is
Yeah.
similar and nothing at all like this. And
Right.
it might not do it for all the variables. The way it weights it and the way it normalizes it, it'll all be hidden and we won't know.
Yeah.
But what we will do is when we come up with those like your Excel columns, is we will already have modeled the data to put it in there so we know it's in a good shape.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that's where we'll create our
Yeah.
own features and stuff, which will go through a lot of statistical
That's
testing.
going to be
and
so
that.
cool. Yeah.
So we already sort of know that anything of an odds of 4.4 to 1.40 is a good spot to
Yeah.
focus, and we'll probably put that as our high category.
Yeah.
And then anything below that might be medium to that'd be like high to medium risk, and low risk will be anything with like an odds like that with good performance.
Yeah. What
yeah.
flavor cookies? Choc chip, of course. Choc
Really?
chip cookies are the peak cookie.
What about like
Granola's
white
actually pretty
chocolate
good.
and raspberry?
Oh, that's also, yeah. But that still counts as chocolate chip, if you ask me. Raspberry white choc chip is still choc. No, I don't know.
I see what you're saying. People don't assume that it's a white one though.
The cookies come in a box. Hold on. Screw that, man. I'm eating the whole box. Fish, you're on the far end of you're on the far end of this chart. You're on the far end of this chart there, buddy.
Because you got diabetes.
Exactly.
Sorry. Ignore me.
Exactly.
Anyway, that was just an idea.
Yeah.
But it's good to be able to pinpoint, like, to create slopes. Because when you create a slope, then you'll know, like, if you only have one point of the data or something, you'll be able to figure out, like, what you need. Like, it just makes everything easier. But we will make things.
This is gonna be so cool. I cannot wait to see how this comes together.
Okay, let's get out of that. Let's get back to our actual data. Okay, so what's next? So that's the jockey. I think I've that's enough stuff for the jockey stuff, I think, from what I've calculated.
If you like,
and next
you could add a new tab to the sheet that has jockey.
I can't edit it.
Oh.
But I've put your shit here that you need to grab. But you can just get the starts and then the placements. That's
okay,
what you need.
Yeah. I'll do that. And I'll make a new sheet for us. Is this races?
So
this is horses. Races?
I think we got to make the pipelines then. So I think your first import is like, like we need a pipeline.
Yeah.
Because like
you're talking about a data pipeline now.
Yeah, because I think your first step is we're gonna have to data rank. Okay, the first step is the race. You don't have to look at this. I'll make this and then you come fix it.
Mm-hmm.
So you do your stuff. I'll make this and then you come fix it with all your shit that you need.
Okay.
Or you want to make it in something else you're looking at?
No. That's fine. I'm looking at people are complaining that the sound on my stream is too low. Just jump across to Kaz's stream. That's where the volume is good. Otherwise, I have to run all the way upstairs and mess with settings. Okay. I mean, we're live for another half hour. Just jump on Kaz's. That's the way to go. Yeah. Thank you, Goldie. Sorry for mine being so bad. I was supposed to just raid across anyway. But yes. For distance and race, these should be from highlighted. Okay, where are we? There it is. Trigger, capture, screenshot. Straight to clipboard. No, we're going to edit. Here's the data.
Oh my god!
Now, what's it actually asking? For distance and race. Distance. Distance is there.
Okay, so.
I actually need that spreadsheet open. I really want to finish this one thing up. If I can get to the point where it's pulling data across, I'm gonna be happy with how it actually, how we performed. How I performed today in terms of getting stuff done. I mean, distance.
Okay, so the current race we want to
race.
predict. So this is current race we want to pick. Wait, we find a race. Then this. Once we find that, what do we? We have to then. Okay, so then this line will go.
Copy
Scroll,
that.
feed into model. Fuck. Race.
Phlegm and distance is 2000. Should be pulled, so barrier. I may be a dick, but he's running. I'm 1000% saying run, Forest, run. Up. Hold on. But he goes running. I'm thousands. If I run and go get. All right, look, I'll very quickly go and run and sort it out, but I don't think it's going to be a quick thing for me to sort out. May as well. 35. Yeah, half an hour. Just for you guys, just in case. Be right back.
Okay. Okay, wait. Yeah, so it'll be like all the training stuff. Did he just put it on me? Am I just supposed to have the cam now? Yeah, I am now the only person here. Oh dear God. Okay, so then this goes into P-model.
All right, mic test. Hopefully that's a bit better.
Interesting.
Okay. Run. Yeah, I did the run. I ran Forest run. But I didn't have a mouse there. Sorry, guys. So I kind of had to do it just with keyboard, and you can't access the OBS panel. So I just turned up like the volume of the computer, and hopefully that's enough. Glad it's better. Good. Barrier should be pulled from the recent starts pro, and jockey should come from let's see, do we have the jockey should be pulled from the header. Current race. Weight should be from the recent starts though, right?
Wait, so will it actually, it won't work like this at all, will it? It's not going to go down like this into the model. It's going to go it's going to go upwards. We're going to point the model at a race, and then it's going to web scrap it and go get all the data and then collect it and then come back and give us an output right down here. Like, it's not going to go, we find the race and then we give that current race to the model with all the details, it's gonna actually go this way. We're gonna point the model at a race, and then it's gonna use all its pre-processing and web scrapping steps once we tell it to look at this race, right?
I think at the moment what I'm
Like, how
currently
is this
designing,
concept working?
this basically goes to this page, goes here, scrapes all of that, sticks it in the spreadsheet, and then it goes to the next one
Yeah.
and repeats the process. And it'll do that for every runner in every one of these races, and then it'll have a big database of stuff.
Yep.
And then we can use that for whatever processing we want.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, time to brave the inferno outside and get my washing. It's pretty hot. Godspeed, Goldie.
Good luck, Goldie. Don't die.
There's a couple of things you need to think about. Yeah, there's a lot we need to think about. By selecting different runners. Multiple rows. We need to perform this for each runner on a page. And for each recent start row also. Eventually need to do this for each number under.
Do you know what? We could just isolate it in this one instance of that and see how well it did over this race. We add all the details in just for fun. We could do like a pilot study.
Yep.
Gauge your confidence in what we're doing here, so then you may want to consider retiring.
No, I mean, I'm learning whether it succeeds or not. That's the fun to me. Is
Okay, that's fun.
Okay.
Oh. Oh gosh. Reselect? Is that this? Yeah. Okay, let me redo this. I think.
You're starting to get a picture together?
It doesn't matter about any of that. It doesn't matter.
I mean, it helps to contextualize and helps to understand what we're actually going for.
So many boxes to draw that I'm like, it's not worth it. But
yeah.
But like, yeah. So like, if you web scrap and you have all that data and you got all that data there, yeah, okay. So I'm saying, okay,
instead, let's focus it at a race, so that it then goes and searches everything for all of the jockeys, because we can do that, or all the horses, or
yeah, okay. Well, I'm just saying, how are you going to tell it? Well, once you've web scrapped everything and we have a model and it's working,
yeah.
How are we testing it? How are we going to utilize? Like, let's say we actually want to predict the race tomorrow at Ramble. How are you pointing it there? Like,
well, we will know who the different horses are, right?
So it's through the web scrapping steps. So that's literally like the data collection one, because that's working either the races in the past or in the future. It works the same way because the page is laid out the same way and it's just web scrapping.
Well, wouldn't it, like, whether it's in the past or the future? Yeah, you're right. It wouldn't matter, but you just like that. I suppose the date is probably an irrelevant column, but like you would say, given this horse and everything we know about this horse, how do we think it's going to perform?
Yeah.
And then we'll do the same for all the other horses that we know are going to be in the race. And that's just looking at all the historical data that we're able to collect.
Yeah.
And so our task is just to collect as much historical data as we can, so that when new data comes in, we make a prediction and we see what we think the actual outcome is. And then when it happens, we can compare it to that. We can also backtest this against all the historical data to see if we had some new, like, take all the data, remove the one row that we know that we want to test against, we make a prediction and we see how close our prediction is to the
Yeah.
actual. And we'll do that for every different value to get confidence in the entire model, right?
Yeah. So we're going to delete the placement, the place of the horse.
Yeah. The placement is our output,
Yeah.
our known value that we back propagate our error against, that we
Yeah. No, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, my Chrome crashed again.
That's nothing new.
No, it's not.
It's
Well,
like
it
the
is new
third
for
or fourth
today.
time.
Yeah, it's pretty weird.
Wow.
I love that you can just bring it back though. When something goes wrong, you can just be like, "Oh, it's back."
Bring it back.
Yeah, it's a cool setup. I think this might be a neat way to multi-stream for things like this. Also, for the love of God, take a sip of water. You mean me? Me, Goldie?
You said sip.
True. I've got tea. Does that count?
My tea's empty, but
Tea
I
is
did bring
water.
water with me.
True. True. Oh, snap. We're getting some data. Oh my gosh, Brian. 10 days, 19 hours. That's huge. Do you have that feature? Your stream elements thing where you can go watch time? See how much time somebody spent watching?
Yeah.
That's such an incredible amount of time. Thank you, Brian. I really, really appreciate
That's
all
like
of your...
when you think of like a character and how long you've been playing it in WoW. And
Yeah.
like 10 days is a long time.
It is. It really is.
But like that's like you've been streaming for that long too.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think my stream time was up to like 700 hours, I think, at this point. Something giant like that. Really huge. And I think there are people like Goldie who have actually watched pretty much all of it.
Yeah.
Obviously, things that happen during the race, like the horse getting trapped on the rail or boxed in, will be impossible to predict, though you could use a barrier drawn. Yeah, look, I mean, for those things, Crazy, the way you like handle them is you deal with, like, that'll be true on a race by race basis, but not on a large average. I think for this kind of thing, you wouldn't make one like really big bet on one race if you would actually use it. Not that we may necessarily would, but if we were to, it's making like 100 or 1,000 small bets where on the average the predictive capability is above the average result, and that's how you actually get a positive return by not betting all on one race. That's the only way to actually beat the odds. But it's a good point. It's a good point. But that's how you handle that, Crazy, is you just don't bet on one thing. You bet on lots of little bets rather than one big bet. Maybe they have things built into it so that a person can't, like the cost of making a small bet is too, like maybe there's like a betting fee or something. That'd be an interesting number
Friday
to
always
calculate
puts like $2
too.
bets on.
Does it cost them anything to do it? Do they take like 2 cents?
I don't know. Friday?
Yeah. I know Friday's
Wait, Oxia
around.
bets. Oxia, can you put a $2 bet on?
Is that a thing?
Surely you can put like small bets on. You can put a lot of small ones on. I'm pretty sure there's not a charge. I think you just have to put the money in your wallet. I'm sure they're just like, as long as there's money in your wallet, like they'll take it. Like if you put $1
right.
on, they're gonna be like, oh, it's actually like $2.02.
Yep.
I don't know. Have I ever put a bet on? Like I don't know.
This is pretty cool. Look, it's doing it.
Nice.
I think this is working. Yep. But it's not fast. It's finding one result.
Yeah.
And then enumerating each time. It needs to get like 100 results from one request. But this is a good starting point.
Well, I mean, like, we might just have to get that to run and just go through pages and pages and, like, get, like, historic data.
We can optimize this so that, like, the other thing I've been doing, which I think is a really cool really cool feature of this is we're introducing our own new variable for like horse. So at the moment, it's combining a bunch of different independent variables, such as the date. No, what was it? Not the date. We're producing a unique ID. It was like the date, the horse name, some other thing, and then that all gets hashed into something that predictably hashes the same result, and then that's your unique identifier for it. So if this runs again and it pulls the same exact data for the things that matter,
It'll delete the
won't-
row. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's part of data cleansing.
Yep.
So we won't have the same row. It'll
Yep.
already be written into the code before
Yep,
it goes
yep,
into the model anyway.
Yep.
So you can do that upstream, but it'll probably do it downstream anyway.
Yeah, it'll also help just like not accidentally overwriting data
Yeah.
or doubling up on data that we don't need.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was saying there may be a way around, you may be able to slightly predict it. Also, things like handicap, track condition, and the speed suit are different by horses. Totally, totally crazy. I think here, these are the different variables that we're going to be trying to work with for now as just like a starting point. And we can always expand this to include a bunch more stuff down the line for sure. Okay. Probably should close this just because I think it's about to write at some point. Okay, what did it change? I think in this case, it doesn't even actually freaking matter what it changed because I didn't write it in the first place. I put a lot of trust in it this time. Default URL. Later, we're going to change that for sure. Files, work, horses. Still hasn't populated it. I expected this to have a result that it didn't have. Okay, it's rerunning, so maybe this time. There's one thing I quite like about running GPT in an agentic mode. It'll run its own script and then find the errors and then fix the errors without a back and forth.
Without even, it figures it out for itself. Yeah, okay.
It's quite powerful.
What?
I see you're doing some thinking there.
No, I was just going to show you something. Don't worry about what
Okay,
I'm doing.
okay.
Don't worry about what I'm
All
doing.
right.
I'm just here to show you something. That's all. But my blank
This I find so interesting.
What?
Whatever you're doing here, this is VS Code, and you've got some kind of like notebook stuff going on. Jupyter Notebook. Oh no, hold on. This isn't. This is PyCharm.
Yeah, this is PyCharm, but it's got the notebooks within it.
That's sick.
Because we love a notebook.
That is very cool.
Yes.
This is the stuff, guys. This is the stuff I have no idea about that I think is really, really interesting.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
It's so interesting.
Stressing me out now. Okay.
Sorry.
You're right.
Didn't mean to.
I'm like, my fucking chart's falling apart. Let me just go back here and like
Not
redo
again.
this.
Why does this keep locking up?
Who knows?
This time, it's annoying because it ran for a really long time. And it was in the middle of making changes.
Really?
Mm-hmm. This has never done this before. And that's concerning because I might, if my laptop isn't firing on all cylinders. Nerdage, yes. Sorry, Goldie, if I'm earthquaking again. You know me. Always nervous, moving. I need to go to the gym and work off some of that extra energy.
Is that what's happening? Okay.
Yes.
This is for you. Let's see. And this. So this is what you're going to use for all your columns because you keep asking about like what you can do. So where there's black, it means there's variables missing. This isn't a very good data set.
Yeah.
But like if I quadrupled it, but you can display it in different ways. But grey means like your data's all filled out. So you're always going to have a problem in data science where you have missing values.
Yeah.
So you need to be able to like identify which concepts are different values. If anything's less than 70, we're going to remove it as a feature.
Okay.
We won't be able to use it.
Do you want me to try and pre-process that or?
No, like as part of like we just go get. So your job, usually in data, like how I like to work is like you go get the data in its rawest form without doing any edits on it. Like, and exactly how it is. And then we come and look at cleaning and treating it all in the one step there.
Yeah, definitely like that. Definitely like that approach.
Because if you start doing stuff with it, it could be that
later you might change your definitions of what's good and bad. There's all sorts of reasons why it's like that.
It's also like if I don't see it in the raw form, it's like nuances within it that you might not see because it's already been treated upstream and you didn't. But like you could pick up that it's like something that you can see that it's for a particular reason it's been done this way and it didn't need to be deleted. But like when you just put it in the process stream at the top because of whatever's happened to it, it might remove it. But then if you know what I mean? Anyway, I just work in it. But like I think we just go get him. Exactly how you're getting him. I mean, you can do the dupe stuff and that if you want. Like if it's all the same row and that, like it's all fine in that.
It's frozen. It's frozen, chat. I'm moving a mouse. It's not moving a cursor. I don't know why. I don't even have F1. You can do a thing on Linux where you go to like a different terminal, and if the GUI is broken or whatever, you can just like get back to a working thing. But look how cool this is, guys. Look how cool whatever fanciness is happening here.
This is the Mazingo one I told you about. It would look better if we had more
And the notebook just like so that function when you call it, what does it returns it does it write an image
one up here. And then it's putting inline in this is like in cell line.
Right.
This one here is the output from so if you were gonna graph something.
Is that like a file on a disk or is it just like returning it in memory and this program uses it?
Pretty sure it's just in memory, but like you can obviously like output it into whatever you want.
Yeah. I'm sad this has failed.
I'm not too sure.
I have.
No one asks
15 more
questions.
minutes
They just look at the graphs, you know.
Yeah, fair. I just want to know how it works under the hood, you know.
Yeah, Well, I don't know. I'm sure you can figure that one out. But yeah. But apparently this is like so it doesn't do this, but it probably would because this is the notebook. Whereas I used to always use it in not notebook and the actual Python script. So I don't know how it outputs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a py file, like it should output, but like when you do, I like it inline with my graphs. But when it's in the py file, I used to run the whole thing and then it would output one on the all at the bottom.
Right.
Or it outputs as a file or a CSV sometimes.
Hello. What? It's locked up again.
Gosh.
That's man.
But anyway, we need your horse data, and then we can switch this over. Get
this
the horse
laptop
data
is just
going.
dying, guys. It's a dying. So now you get to look at the beautiful terrarium instead of my cool screen.
Terry, it is 31 degrees. Maybe that's why it's dying.
But it's not that hot here now.
Yeah.
If anything, it's getting chilly.
Yeah, we could probably turn it down now.
Yep, PC go F again. It's the hardware. And you know what? I was like, MacBooks are great. I'll give this one a try. I hear the hardware is really good and the software has been fine. It's the hardware that's the problem. Guys, it's not even turning on anymore. Is it running?
Oh, this guy found that there's interesting, very little difference between wet track and dry track favorite long shot bias. Whereas, like, you think of F1 and, like, wetness is, like, the great equalizer. And I also feel like in soccer, like, when you're playing in, like, not MPL team, like, pro teams, like, I feel like when you play in the rain, like, it's a very big equalizer
Right.
for soccer as well, I think. Like, I feel like both good teams play trash and trash teams are always playing trash. So, like, it equals out quite well.
Yeah, okay,
But I don't know.
okay.
But, yeah, interesting. Wet track, dry track.
So, but there
I'm
are
not sure.
differences.
Yeah, there's
They're
differences.
just not significant.
They're small, but, like, that's fine.
Oh, wow. Actually, this is an interesting Kaz moment.
It's very little. It makes little difference. So what is it making? So it's kind of saying, if I'm reading this right, the favorite is going to perform better in the wet.
But it was always going to perform better, right? And that's the point he's making, I guess.
There's a very little difference. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't make very much. Like what, 6 to 8? Like, so what is that? 2% difference, and here it's like no percent, and then here it's 1% difference.
I feel like you can still bank on that.
Hmm. It makes a bit of a, it's like more impactful in the mid range. Like if you're at 14, they are like really bad, I think. That's your issue. It's a Mac.
Yep, that is my issue. I think I'm going to have to switch to the other laptop instead of the one that
we will have to call it here. We will pack up. And then I can go get some food and go to soccer, and you can do your meeting.
I can do my meeting. That should. I really want to finish this one thing. I'm going to just let this one thing run. Is that running? It's refreshing. Oh, hey, look. This might have actually done something. Pulls. I think I got it.
Ooh.
So we actually have we have data for the first from the right place too. Yeah, look at that.
Hey, we got data.
And now the next thing I can do with this.
Oh, so it's these sources, all these races at once. Yeah, nice. Oh my gosh.
And now I can just iterate over all the other stuff in that same way.
Yeah.
And then very quickly this is going to start to have like thousands of instances of data.
Yeah.
This is what you need.
This is exactly what we need. This is perfect.
There are some instances where SP seems missing.
That's fine. Because we can get SP from maybe somewhere else.
So that's a good place to pick up from next. Next thing I can do is...
Because SP will come from when we get the sports bets odds for the race as well. So
yes.
Now we need to put in this other stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's cool. So we did it.
We did it.
We did it, chat. We did what we aimed to do today. Next thing, I'll make this work for every page. And then pretty much it's going to be something that can run fairly fast and pull all the data from everything.
Yeah.
And then you can do your witchcraft and wizardry with that.
We will do the witchcraft and wizardry.
Yeah, I can't wait to learn that. That's going to be really, really cool.
I bet you think you're going to learn something.
I'm going to learn so much. I learned so much.
Okay. Well, you calm down.
Hey, here's a good
Yes.
question. Can I trigger a raid from? I can do it from right here, actually. Okay. Twitch.tv. Who can we raid? Ooh, Fruity here or Adam?
Fruity.
You want to raid Fruity? I don't
Yep.
think I always feel bad raiding Fruity with like a tiny audience.
Fuck her. Get her. Are you rating for you or me?
For me?
Oh.
I feel like no, base trade. Base trade's a nice dude. This will make a difference to his stream. Fruity wouldn't even notice. It's a drop in the ocean.
It's the thought that counts.
It is, but I feel like I don't know. I gotta. Okay, base trade. We doing base trade. Okay, /raid. I need to get in my chat for this, I think. Base trade. Done. Thank you guys. That was really interesting. That was really fun. I definitely enjoyed that. We did actually get an output, which is good.
Yeah.
We've got the data. All I need to do is extend that to run across all the different pages.
Yeah. And all
And
the
then-
races, because
yeah.
we're going to need a huge n equals for that. And then we got to need, the next thing we need to do is web scrap the jockey and then impute the jockey columns into that sheet, and then make sure, find a way to put the SP in there and the sports bet stuff. And then once we've done that, then we've got like a good data set that we can start the data,
Yeah. Yep.
the data stuff on. So that'll be good.
And that's where the real learning starts. So that's pretty cool.
The real learning.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're learning, but we will learn, hopefully.
I mean, you won't learn. I'm gonna learn though. There's so much I'm gonna learn.
Oh gosh, we'll see.
Yep. That's awesome.
Mm.
All right, cool.
Take care of yourselves. Yes, Goldie. Goldie didn't die in the heat.
Good God of War. Good to see you, man. I'm
You
sorry
didn't
you
know.
showed up just at the end of the stream. I'll see you again sometime soon. Probably not today. Maybe today. I don't know. I got a meeting and then I maybe exercise and then maybe I do another stream, but I'm not sure. But I'll see you soon. Goodbye. Goodbye, Crazy. Goodbye, Jose. Goodbye, Goldie. See you all soon. 6 seconds. So have a great one. Thanks for tuning in for something different. Okay, there we go.
Didn't might work. I did a /raid on losing fruit, but I don't know if that'll work.
That'll work.
Do you reckon?
I don't know.
I don't know.
You can, if you're signed into your Twitch somewhere, you can do the
I did the /raid, but maybe I spelled it wrong. Who knows?
LOSERFRUIT. That's it.
It's
Yep.
got a full stop. Is it meant to have a full stop? That's
I
weird.
guess you did.
Why?
I'm gonna go hit not live on my upstairs
Well,
one.
wouldn't mind just
When
show
you
you.
want to stop, you can hit that.
Yes, do it. Okay. I'm on it. Did that raid work, guys? Like, did it work? I don't even know. Bye.
Everyone.
Good. We get to continue for more.
We're back in. It's all good.
Hey, Crystal, thanks for the raid.
Sniper shootout's pretty fun. I
Let me
feel like.
guess. Tufty.
Can't go wrong with that.
Wait, what sniper shootout? You didn't want to play Lucky Block?